struggle against the odds. No one is helping us to make order of this mess. There's a feeling I can't evade that rises when I'm afraid. Will we ever live again? There's so many things that should have been. Hesitation coming around again. Termination of all that we could have been. In a world
And welcome to the event of all events, the days of all days, the nights of all nights. It is the best session all year. It is the Octane Online Racing, Simrigs.com, Bathurst 12-hour Quali and Shootout night, and of course a special little tasty community event coming up as well. I am Sean Muller, and joining me in the box, we've brought out the big guns already. It is the one and only Matt Martin. How are you, sir?
Oh, mate, everything just got better. The week just hit the best point so far, and that's including the fact that tomorrow is Friday, which is Christmas Eve for Bathurst, the 12-hour on Saturday, mate. And I'll tell you what, we've got an event ahead of us tonight. Nothing raises the curtain like a multi-class race at Bathurst. Talk to us about what we're going to witness here.
So we have got the absolutely magnificent I can't even say that with a straight face. We've got the M2 out there at the moment. They're going to do an 8-minute qualifying session, and they're going to go up against the one and only 992 Cup car, which is quite simply the most beautiful sand car in ACC by a mile. And it's not even worth discussing, but the M2's out there at the moment. Interesting little package, this one. Not the most fun to drive, I'm going to be brutally honest, but there are some people out there. The one very famous Peach is a big fan, of course, of the M2 famously. And that is going to go up in a multi-class race, I believe, for 25 minutes. So, and around the mountain, I think it'll be fine. Nothing should go wrong.
No, why would anything go wrong? It's 6 a.m. in this qualifying at the moment. I tell you what, I do have a bit of a soft spot for these cars. They kind of break the mold a little bit for ACC and what we've come to know and love about this game, which is the fact that it's a GT racing simulator, and it's really, really good at it. But these cars just add something a little bit more dynamic. They add kind of that boxiness, that rubbing is racing, that nitty gritty. Is this car going to kill me, or am I going to lose control any second? But also, why am I going so slow? You know, these things have so much character and they're so strange and peculiar to drive. I did, my first exposure to OOR was the Trio series back in October of 2024. So I'm not necessarily an old hat for OOR, but you know, I've got such fond memories because I drove this car for the Trio series back then, and it was just so much fun. We absolutely fell in love with the thing, and having these, you know, planted underneath you while you've got GT3s, or in this case, Porsche 992s, racing around you, it just feels like you're standing still, but in the best way possible.
Yeah, I couldn't agree there more as well. They are, I see the character and I see the love for them. I honestly do. Of course, they were born out of Germany, so they were born out of the racing around the Nürburgring. That's where it sort of all began. Basically, private teams would do up simple BMWs to make them go really fast around the Nordschleife. And that's where sort of the competition series come from. And so it's a great one-make series. It's one of the best going around. But to drive, it's just not for me. I just can't do it. I need noise, and there is not enough noise. So we've got a good mixture of drivers with our BMWs as well. The one Benjamin. Oh, wow, hang on. Oh, they've rolled out the big guns early here. So we've got Benjamin Hignett out on track. And I've seen him out in the Mustang, not in the Mustang. He was doing something else the other day. I saw him quickly, but he is out in the BMW. Oh, we've got to keep an eye on this.
Yeah, coming up here, Mountain Straight, this thing, you're just almost wishing it would go faster, but if you close your eyes and pretend, it almost feels like you're driving a GT3. He's giving us a bit of a flash, is Biggie Higgy. He's coming up here, mate. This is Quarry Bend. Let's give a bit of a talk through of the track here. One of my favourite corners to get right, one of my least favourite to get wrong. There's a lot of room and runoff on the left, but it almost lures you into a false sense of confidence. And speaking of which, we've got the cutting. How do you feel about this? For me, I just remember Murphy and Ambrose, the V8 supercar race. God, I can't even remember what year that was, but it's such an aggressive corner.
Yeah, 2005 that was. Who could forget? And I still reckon to this day Murph would absolutely pound the crap out of Ambrose, but anyway, that's another story. Now through the best part of the track, down through Dirty Great, and then up over the top into McPhilly. As we've heard it many times, to me this is Mount Panorama right here. This is what it's all about. And then the big drop off of Brocky Skyline as you plunge it down through the S. It's got to really dance on the brake pedal and the steering as well, and then you fling it into the dipper. Make sure you get all wheels back on the deck and then hard on the power down to the dumbest corner in the world. It is Forest Elbow. This thing makes or breaks lap times, and I've seen plenty of people hit that wall as well.
Yeah, and it just like, I think the thing at Forest Elbow that no one really talks about or thinks about too often is the apex. If you take that corner too tight, you'll hit the wall on your left, and all that's going to do is spit you right. It's the most treacherous part of the track for me, particularly in the GT3. But we're coming down through the chase here. Benny Hignett catches just a little bit of air in these things coming down Conrod Straight and threw it into the chase, but pretty well taken there. You're just watching how much Biggie's hands are dancing at the moment, trying to get a little bit of pace, a little bit of jump and jolt out of these things. Look, they're not the safest to drive. As I said, they're slow and they're a little bit cumbersome, but you can actually get aerial on these things. I remember seeing last year at the Bathurst 12-hour curtain raiser, someone actually, I can't remember, it might have been Rob Underwood or Sam O'Brien, I can't quite remember, but someone actually sent it off from the left-hand curbing up the very top. It must have been McPhillamy, went over the right rails upside down. You know, it could have even been Ryan Anderson now that I think about it. But mate, yeah, these things can really produce some magical, if not a little bit hairy moments.
Well, that's right. You're really working the car. They got very, as we see there, Andrew Gallagher just using the whole road there at Hull Corner. And we're looking at time sheet to me, it looks like Benjamin Piper is on top at the moment with a 2:19.7 on board as we cross the rise into McPhillamy. The sun is peeking its way up over the mountain.
Yeah, just one of the most special things, hey. The fact that this entire skyline section faces east, you get that brilliant sunrise over the top of the mountain. I'm watching Ben Piper here, actually managing to keep this thing relatively under control, but is slowed down by the car in front. Has taken Forest Elbow really nicely, where, as you mentioned, car 121 just in front of Stockton has actually lost a little bit of time there. Now, we are under qualifying conditions, so cannot overtake here. We're not supposed to, but we're going to see Piper look to just creep up the inside, heading into the chase. But he backs out. Very, very smart move. He must. He's on camera. Very, very attentive to detail there, Mr. Piper, but now the play is create a little bit of room, let Stockton just race away in front of you, and then wait for the next lap. We are going to have the Porsche 992s come out in just a moment. Talk to me about the 992s here.
Well, here we go. So 992 Cup car, this is the 992.2, so it's the latest. Not the latest irritation, but the one just before. 4.2 litre, flat six, screaming 9,000 RPM. It sounds glorious. It is the best one-make series in the world, bar none, and I would die on that hill. But the great thing I love about the 992, you really got to drive it. To get the most out of it, you got to actually get up on the wheel and, well, we can go a little bit left, drive the shit out of it, basically. And that's the way you get speed out of it. And once you nail it, it is one of the best feelings in the world, especially on ACC at the right around this place. A lap in the Cup car, top the tree.
Yeah, absolutely. And they are just a hair slower than the GT3s, correct? So we should see some times just a little bit back from what we'd expect in the GT3s, right?
Yeah, they were. Yeah. Because of the lack of traction control and that, which I feel like, I'm guessing no, some series around the world they actually use traction control, some use ABS, some don't. Really, there's all different sort of regulations to that, but I'm a big fan of the ABS, yes. And then, just 1 second, as Benjamin Hignett just nearly kisses the wall there coming up towards under the tree. That was wild as you get in a little M2. That's a bit of a moment. Yep.
This is going to be a bit
there we go.
Here as Benny runs wide, taps the wall, but is still valid on the lap. That's the magic here at Bathurst. Sometimes you can pretend that you're in a game of pinball here as you hit the walls and bounce off them. The Delta has improved. It's a much better line through Skyline. Coming now through the Dipper. Lost a touch of time there, but he's still 0.4 up. Needs to work here as James Gaze is actually 0.4 in front of him at the moment. It's a little bit wide at Skyline. There is a wall out there, but Benny has managed to avoid hitting it. We're going to watch this thing slow and compass and almost just roll down through Conrod Straight here. This is such an important section of the track. Coming out of Forest Elbow there, you're looking for all the pace you can get out of the car as you come into the little section. I can't remember what year this was added. I feel like it was sometime in the late 70s or early 80s, this section, just to make sure that cars that actually take a breath slow down and they reduce some big accidents here with the chase. But now it's actually one of the best little sections of the track. That little slowdown, good overtaking opportunity, which I'm sure we'll see in this race. But mate, look at the comments on YouTube. JC coming in, what a track. Cannot wait for Saturday. There is nothing like this track here. We are so blessed to have this track at home, mate. People from all around the world watch races at Bathurst purely because of how unique this circuit is.
Yeah, 100%. It's in the top 3 racetracks in the world. As Mendy Narray or Russell Crowe family said in one of the famous Bathurst intros, it's just a great bit of road. It's got everything. It's got undulation. It's got proper overtaking moments. It's got iconic corner names. It's got weather from some other planet. Seriously, it's got character. It's got the fans. It's got emotion. It's attached to it, especially the big event in October. It's one of those sporting events that does grip the nation. You know, everyone talks about the day coming up to it. Bathurst weekend, the shootout, I would say, is probably as much watched, if not more watched, than the actual race itself, which is testament just to how much Bathurst means to the Australian public. And I love the place. I don't have the best luck around here racing the bloody thing in the sim world, but I absolutely adore the place, and I could wax lyrical about it all day. But I think we should listen for a moment, because just listen to that noise out on track at the moment. We've got Daniel behind the wheel of the beautiful 992 Cup car as it sings its way across. Wow, that would have been a bit of a sketch moment there. Sings its way across the top of the mountain into McPhillamy Park, and then it's going to plunge over Skyline. Bit hairy in one of these Cup cars if you don't get it right and if you take too much curb, but doing it very nicely there at the moment. And the Cup cars are now out getting warmed up, and we should see some numbers very soon.
Yeah, chuck us on board. We got Glenn, the one and only Glenn, on the cameras tonight, doing your broadcast for you, making sure that you're experiencing everything in front of you here on your wonderful Thursday evening. But Glenn, we're just going to let this sing down Conrad here. .282 we just hit there for Daniel. 282 kilometers an hour. Funnily enough, only a kilometer or two behind the likes of like the AMG. I think is hitting 283. Aston usually caps out low 280s. So, mate, yeah, these things have a lot of pace, and geez, they look the piece too, don't they?
They very much look the piece. They sound the piece. They drive like absolute peaches, and they provide some really good racing. In sim world and in real life. Whoa. That's a very big understeery line there in the Hale corner there from Daniel. Unfortunately, kept it off the ball, so good job. Well, we've got flags everywhere here, so we jump back on board here with Glory Babby leading the way with a 2:04.077. If you don't mind, that is a pretty stonky time, and he's on a quicker lap here at the moment. He comes under the tree, now down towards the Dirty Great. This is a great ride. They just dance it in and let the rear do all the talking. Oh, gets a little skatey there as it comes across the top into McPhillamy. Now we're going to punch over Brocky Skyline. How deep does he want to go? Oh, that's taking it right to the edge. Now into the dipper. Oh, nice. Beautiful exit. That was a lovely exit. Uses the whole track. Now into the elbow. What kind of line does he take? He's a straight line breaker into the elbow and then tries to maximise the drive. Now, if you can go to 10th or 2 at the exit of the elbow, that can turn into 5 or 6 tenths very quickly, or hundredths, or whichever time you want to use. But as he comes down to the fast corner in Australian motorsport, the King, this is over 280, 290 kilometres an hour. You're just going to throw it in, and then you're going to stand on that middle pedal as hard as you can. And then you're going to just crest it across that curb and then flick it back, but not too severely. You don't want to unsettle the rear. Oh, a little skatey there. Did not want to grip up. Then you've got Murray's to go, big brake stop, nice and straight. Then you want to dance it across the apex, and then hard on the gas and across the line, and I reckon it's going to go pretty quick. It is a 2.38. That's not being beaten. That is a beautiful lap there from Glory Babby.
Yeah, where's the 202s, says Gobby in the comments. No, I don't think we're doing that. We're pretty happy with the 2.038, mate. That is an incredible run there from Glory Babby. Gallagher only half a second behind. McKenna 0.1 behind Gallagher there. And then we've got Hamilton, Teo, and Vintana coming in to round out your top 6. Incredible runs from all of them. But we've still got another minute. So most of us are going to get one more lap in, get started, get underneath that. Mate, we got Hell Corner here. First corner at Bathurst, and there's so many reasons this thing is called Hell Corner. I think it's the most terrifying corner, A, at the start of the race, B, on your last lap. C, we've also got any time it gets wet. It's so hard to just find grip around that. And then just anything that you do wrong at Hell Corner can really punish you. We saw Daniels go off just before, mate, ran wide, and then you just get bogged down in the gravel trap there. So hard to recover from that. You know, you just got to plant the right foot and hope, really, but also you got to be aware of traffic on your left. But speaking of traffic, we've got a Porsche 992 facing the wrong way, exiting the cutting. But thankfully, he's on the inside of the track. We've got a bit of a clip there from, it might have been Hamilton. I can't tell.
That looks like I think it was Hamilton, yeah.
Porsche. Oh, we got another wall hit. Everyone's trying to find time, including Jack Miller here, looking for everything he can, but I believe that's kept him valid. Mind you, picked up a little bit of time over Skyline, now into the Dipper complex here. That fast left-hander where the car just completely unsettles you. Doesn't often, skew these GT3s or Porsche Cup cars too badly. They don't mind, but Forest Elbow there. Just seeing Miller come in with probably a little bit too much heat. Had to wash off a touch of speed, which is really going to hurt him the entire way down Conrod.
Yeah, very much. It's a momentum track as well, and we just saw what happened there. If you're carrying momentum, especially through the top of the mountain, something comes out of nowhere, and you push that little bit too hard, it's normally a pretty big accident up there. And unfortunately there for Miller, he was on him for a really good lap there. I was just watching the split times, and he was just stonking, and then he hit that traffic, and unfortunately that has put a pay to that. But starting out of 5th position, that's still a nice starting spot in the 21. And we've got McKenna, Gallagher, Hamilton, Teo, Murphy, your top 8 at the moment. Here is Bartolotti. Was he going to go across the night? Up in a 6, yes, if you don't mind. Oh, I like that yellow and black too. Oh, yes. There's a man after my heart. Niles Taufik. What can he do? 15th, up to 12th. Of course, he is not used to the Porsche. He is a Ferrari lover. We won't hold that against him. There's Spenceley.
Little short
Ooh.
formation lap here, Miles. This is going to be a bit dicey because we're not going to have a lot of room. But we are starting just before Murray's at the end of the track here, coming out of the chase. So this is going to be quite interesting. Thankfully, the Porsches are in front, so we can thank our lucky stars that we're not going to have some slow traffic. But it will take, I believe in this 25-minute race, it should be towards about the 15-minute mark, maybe just less that we start. Oh, no, sorry, it'll probably be about the 10-minute mark that we'll catch. So we're going to get some multi-class chaos, carnage, maybe some quality racing, we'll call it. But you know, at a track like this, Miles, anything can happen. It's got 23 corners, and 21 of them, 19 of them will kill you. I think that's fair.
That's fair. That's a very fair statement to make, for sure. Petition go out to race directors as well. We should have started the M2s in front, just because, you know, I'm a sadist like that. Yeah.
I didn't realize you were that sadistic.
Why not?
That would get us in trouble. I think I would be terrified if we were to do that. But thankfully, we've got the faster cars out in front. Mate, we've got a minute and 5 seconds before we start. Tell me about your plans and preparation for Saturday. Obviously, you're looking forward to it, so that's a redundant question to ask. But talk to me about the day, your feelings around it. This is a special one for OOR. Tell us about it.
It certainly is a special one. This is my 5th now, so I feel like a bit of an old hand at it. But yeah, it's a very special event. It's easily the most popular in OOR. Everyone loves it. It's as you're saying, it's the week leading up as well. It's tonight, of course, Shootout and Quali, and of course races like this as well. It always, I feel like Bathurst, it just aligns everyone for the year as well. It's kind of kicks off the sim racing year, especially for us folk here in Australia as well. It's sort of our, okay, yeah, back into the season now, and then big events come up sort of that March area. In real life as well, you know, we had the Daytona 24-hour last week, and I feel like that's the kickoff for sort of the in real life endurance season. This is the kickoff for sim life endurance season. So really excited. And the track, it's just, I don't know, it gives me goosebumps. It's probably why I've struggled around the bloody joints. To be perfectly honest with you, I think I like the place that much. I almost overdrive it. I just want to do so well around it. Of course, last year's event, well, who could forget, absolutely brilliant events. We're about to get underway here. Glory Babies is going to lead the way. 25 minutes around the mountain, 6.2 kilometres.
Oh, we've just seen someone go off.
Oh, we've had moments already. Nice. So here we go. We are green. We are racing. It's head off down towards Hell Corner. Porsche Cup's going to lead the way, and then Baby's just got to get a good start, and he does that beautifully, nails it out of Hell Corner as he heads up the mountain for the first time. And listen to this noise, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it's all about. Oh, how good's that?
Up mountain straight into Quarry Bend now, also known as New South Wales Corner. We see every car taking a pretty good line here, using most of the runoff there. Plenty of room left, but as I mentioned, it can lure you into a false sense of security. But we've got the Porsche Cup cars soaring up here through the cutting, looking for a little bit of a move. We've had a tap. We've got Porsche off left, hits the wall,
yeah.
Is managing to drive off and on okay. Jack Miller now sitting there tucked in, possibly in third position. Looking really good here up the mountain. Porsche's in a line, assembling in formation. Here we go, up through towards the top of the mountain. As you said, Marcy, this is where Bathurst starts. This is absolutely what it's all about. No runoff, no room, walls everywhere, death looking you in the eye. We've got here down through Brocky Skyline, sliding into the dipper is Miller. This is incredible racing. They are tight as in formation on this first lap. Unbelievably well done. Such talented drivers we have here at OOR, man.
Incredible talent, and just to keep these off the walls and absolutely throw them around the mountain as well. Look at this spicy battle back here. We've got Benny Vettner in that beautiful yellow and white Porsche doing well. Back here with Spenceley currently in 14th. Boy, looking up there at a tree, lovely tree. The tree is so excited about the racing. Some person has just decided he's going to park up there. Back here with a bit of BMW action. We've got Adanke currently in 22nd overall, but what is that class? There we go. So that's around 5th. We'll go. That's why.
Gone off there.
Oh,
16,
yeah.
No good at the back. We'll catch the field relatively quick. Glory Babby over the line first. We are back now. I think our bird watching days with Glenn have now just finished, so we should be back on the mainstream now. Back onto cars, back onto motorsport. Here we go. We're already too wide into Murray's. We've got around the outside is Biggie Higgy, Ben Hignett coming up on car 26 of Piper. They're going to be neck and neck along Main Straight coming into Hell Corner. This is going to be tight. You'd rather be on the inside here purely so that you can block, but you're going to have a hellish runoff. Benny...
Already outside.
The whole way through, and we've got knocking on the door is Gallagher in car number 1.
Nice.
These guys are tight coming up the mountain straight, but that's a great move. Really well played around the outside there from Benny Hignett.
That was beautiful to watch. Just held on for dear life and said, yep, I'm sending it. And beautifully executed, and he's going to now lead him into Griffith's man. Oh, he runs it a little bit too deep though, and that's going to give Piper a bit of a sniff up towards the cutting. A brave man to go too wide into here. This is very much one line action. Oh, as I say, that no way.
Forcing the point up inside the cutting, looking for a way around, but the drive that you get around the outside there is so good if you can nail it. Benny Higgins has a couple of cars careering towards the wall, but managing to keep off it, including Gaze and Gallagher, who have now swapped positions there as well. Gaze up in 3rd in the M2 class. This is insane racing, but we're seeing Benjamin Piper here sitting in 2nd. We know he's got the pace Coming up over the top of the mountain, manages to sit inside, runs wide, uses all of the curve. We're going to go into Skyline too wide.
No, you can't be doing this. Too wide through the S's. Now down into the dipper. And they keep drama in the background. But they're still going too wide. These two have not made contact. That's James Gaze in the fence up at Brocky Skyline. Now down into the elbow. They're still being too wide. They still haven't touched yet. Who's going to come out of over the top? And it looks like Benjamin Higdon. He's struggling a little bit, but he crosses across and he holds onto that battle. Unbelievable. Too wide, basically from Skyline down to the elbow. Crazy stuff.
Stuff that, nearly too wide from the cutting. These two have been neck and neck, or not neck and neck, wheel to wheel. These cars have been going at it and they're still looking for a way around each other. Piper looking around the outside. Benny Hignett defends to the inside. Hignett holding, hits the apex, manages to clear, gets a really good drive there. Piper coming up, looking for a way around, but nothing on offer. My goodness. We've got there Gallagher coming up now. Third in class should be managing to take advantage of Gaze's spin just before. Gaze was looking for a way around, couldn't find it. So tight up there. Holy cow.
Very much so. Gallagher's just sitting there waiting for a little bit of sort of the scraps here.
Oh my God, we're too wide again. These two, you've got to get off it.
We've got a Joe Spencer there in the Porsche Cup as well. So he wants to get past all this and get this done before heading into turn 2, because he does not want to get involved in these two scrapping here in the BMW M2s, because they are putting on a show and a half. Oh, this is making me a little bit nervous here. Just trying to hold my breath. They're going to go too wide into turn 2. Of course they are. Oh, Hignett runs a little bit too wide though. No grip out there. Now the Porsche should accelerate. Piper though is just flying through here. Watch him up into the cutting. He's been beautiful through that. Look at that. That's such a nice line into the cutting. And now that Porsche Cup car is stuck in a M2 sandwich.
Yeah,
and that's
you
the
can't
position
pass
though.
up
That'd
here,
be
mate.
so frustrating.
There's absolutely no way around for the next, like 8 corners? Maybe you can stick it around the top there at Skyline. We see wall. That'll be light damage. Right-hand side manages to get the good bounce off the wall, which is a thing. But mate, this is the exact type of racing I was talking about that's promoted as we see Hignett almost catch an air over Skyline. But this kind of racing is what the M2s really bring about, and it's just incredible to watch as we come down here. We're out the other side of the dipper. We're heading into Forest Elbow. Coming in, Piper takes a really wide line, brakes hard, trying to get all of the run, takes it a little bit wide, manages to miss the wall where Hignett clips it. Benny Hignett domination will bore the fans, JC reckons, but mate, it's looking pretty good where we're sitting. Holy cow. Spenceley finally looking for a way around, manages to get it down. Conrad coming up to the kick. Got to think he's breathing a sigh of relief.
Yeah.
No one time.
He is like, I am out of here. Wild action day. And this is for number 1 honours, of course, in the BMW M2 Challenge, we're going to call it. Fantastic racing. Good low power cars always provides great racing. Back up the front in Porsche Cup land. It is Glory Baby leading the way, 1.4 seconds to the good, and he is absolutely wringing the neck out of that Porsche. He only knows how to drive one way, Mr. Baby, and that is flat to the firewall. Hamilton in second position at the moment, driving lovely. Do we reckon Hamilton can catch Baby though? Oh, 1.4, I'm going to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. We'll keep an eye on that delta for you as we're proceeding here. We got 17 and a half minutes. It feels like this race has been going on for 40 minutes now, Miles, but we're only a couple minutes in. Benny Vintner arrive and die is his car tonight. Car number 27 is doing pretty bloody good for an arrive and drive. And this man, he sits at his desk. He's not even locked in. Mate, we were talking about his Simrig the other night. He's still got the old bolted to the desk and pray. His car, you know, his seat slips back when he brakes. He's just bought a little tiny foldable Simrig that should keep him a little bit locked in. So we thought Benny Vintner was fast now. Wait until we get him locked in place. He's going to be really interesting to watch this next little season. But coming up very close to the inside there of Teo. Teo not quite defending just yet, but is holding Ben Vintner at bay. He's going to defend here, takes that really narrow line into Murray's. This is such a weird and ugly corner. It's such a crazy 90-degree angle as we watch Benny Finchner says, that's all right, mate, you can defend. I'll just go around the outside, but we are going to be too wide coming down Main Straight, heading up into Hell Corner, not the position you want to be in if you're Benny Finchner, because you're going to run out of room, but look at him go, manages to stick it alongside. The two of them, great runs, all the cars behind him. It's almost like we're watching a voting panel. They're back in Benny Finchner. Get past here.
Fantastic driving there from Vintner, and if he can hold on to this, that is beautiful single make driving. That is how you do it. He's got the inside line now up there at turn 2. He's just got to get that power down, which he does in the Porsche very easily. That is how it's done. Absolutely A-class defend. Oh, who's that in the wall there? That's Thurcolini. Thurks is in the wall. Damiano is here, unfortunately, with a barrier. Of course, Thurcolini, big Porsche enjoyer. That's going to hurt the Porsche. He got hit in that rear three-quarter, which the Porsche Cup car especially does not like. It's going to feel like it's bucking and weaving all over the joint, and you can see it just the way it's coming, cresting into McPhillamy. So he's going to have his work cut out to stay in 7th position here.
It was 1.1 seconds between 7th and 9th place there. 3 cars in such tight formation, and we're still close now at the front of the M2s. We're seeing, look at the delta between them. We've got the very front, we've got 0.6 between Piper and Hignett now, still battling it out, these two. They can't leave it alone. We'll go up now Mountain Straight into Quarry Bend. Benny Hignett got a really, really good run through there. Looks to be well ahead now, as Piper's going to have to start looking behind to car number 1 of Gallagher. This is going to get interesting because you don't want to be in a position where you're having to block and defend. If you take any corner wrong over the top of the mountain, you are in jeopardy of losing a position, losing your flow. This is such a flow state track. If you get off that line, get out of your usual sink and routine almost over the top of this mountain, it's so hard to make up that deficit, and you just bleed time.
Yeah, very much so. Couldn't agree with that more, especially about the flow part. With Bathurst, you've just, once you lock in, you've got to really, lock in completely. Everything else doesn't matter. And yeah, once you get out of that groove, you might lose maybe a second and a half. That's it. It's virtually impossible to find that back because, yeah, once everything just cools down that little bit and you lose that, was I'd call niceness in the tyre, everything just falls to pieces. And that's where the track then beats you. And that's why everyone says that races around Bathurst is you're kind of not racing everyone else. You are racing the track first and foremost.
Yeah, you verse the elements, but with tarmac, right? It's just such a tough little track here as we watch these M2s squirting and squirreling around through down through the kink and into the chase. Managing to get a really good run there as Piper. Having a look under the spoiler there of Hignett, looking for the bonnet latch, or boot latch rather, just trying to find a way to pop it, get a free ride down into Murray's. Comes in nice and close, but Benny Hignett, sorry, we got 2 Bennies in the race tonight. Looking like he gets a pretty damn good drive out there, but Piper just probably going to stick the nose down the inside, maybe give Benny Hignett something to think about. Too far back, doesn't look for it. We're going to have a good run though. These 3 cars, look at them. There's almost half a second between 1st and 3rd in the BMW class at the moment. These 3 cars are going to go super, super tight there. As almost Piper's going to have to defend against Gallagher here into New South Wales corner, selectively taking an inside line to try and stop Gallagher from being able to creep around the outside here. So he goes up the inside, manages to get a pretty good drive, but also gets a bit of a run on Hignett there. Oh my goodness, what a line. Takes the inside there. The BMW.
Benny Piper. What a move there from Benny Piper. Just absolutely said, right, I'm going to go to the lead now. And off I go. Just nailed that perfectly. The one thing I am still going to keep an eye on, though, is Gallagher, because he really is being... Oh, again, Hignett just backing it out under the tree. That was lovely to watch. Gallagher there he's kept his car nice and straight, so towards that back end, again, Hignett, stop showing off, seriously. I swear he's watching himself on stream.
Oh.
Just
run wide as Hignett. Slide.
He held on to that. That's great little bit of car control. Unbelievable stuff there.
Oh my God, Glenn, next lap, you've got to put us in the car with Hignett as he goes over Skyline because, mate, watching those hands dance, I don't know, I can't tell if he's nervous or if he's just maniacally laughing, enjoying this. It's hard to tell.
You can just, I reckon, enjoying it. Like he's, just the way he's driving it, he's like, these are an absolute blast to just throw around with utter abandon. There is no mechanical sympathy at all going behind the wheel there, Benjamin Hignett's wheel. He's going to have a crack down here at the chase, actually. He thought, oh, he just shows the nose, the classic Craig Lowndes. Oh, it gets a little skatey there on the exit, which has just ruined his drive through the complex. And that's just going to give Piper just a little bit of breathing room, just to have a bit of a think, and then hopefully maybe build a bit of a gap as well if he's got the speed to do it. But no, you just know he's got the bit between the teeth here. He wants this position. He wants this BMW M2 victory. I still think Gallagher's got a bit to play here. There has been a gap. It's just grown there a little bit. These two have sped it up and lit the wick, but we'll see what Gallagher can do this lap. We've got 10 minutes remaining as well. I swear, this race feels like it's just been gone on forever. I'll spit it out eventually.
Do us a favour here, Glenn, as we get up and through the cutting.
Oh, yes.
Put us in the car with Benny Hignett. Let's see what his hands are doing. Let's see how close he can get here. Mate, chuck us inside if you can. But, mate, look at this. Look at the hands dance. We've just had confirmation in the chat as well from the one and only Liam Hamilton, letting us know that, in fact, Benny Hignett is not scared. He's not nervous. He's not tired. He's giggling. He's giggling like a maniac. We've got a giggly biggie higgy here. This is insane watching him come here up the back of Benjamin Piper. Again, looking for that boot latch. Can I just grab a free ride? Almost. I wish there was more of a toe in ACC, but we don't have a really strong toe in this game. It's just the way the physics work. Insert rationale here as we see a bit of a wall tap, but it doesn't bother him. Giggling maniacally, laughing like a psychopath as we come over Skyline under the 7 News sign. Down into Brocky's Skyline here, dips the kink in the middle, that curve. Look at him sliding the car. You can hear the tires screeching. It's incredible. Flicks it right down through the dipper like it doesn't even matter. Look at him go. He's on the tail here coming into Forest Elbow. No way around, says Piper. This is my bit of track. He's holding tight here. But Biggie he's going to get a really good run here using all the almost non-existent toe down Conrad. Conrad's going to be busy as well because they're behind the leader too. This is insane.
It's unbelievable. They're going to go side by side.
Going around the outside there too.
Oh! The Porsche just bounces its way past as it goes through.
Oh, but Hignett's finding grasp and manages to catch it.
Is he going to hold on to that? Is he going to hold on to that? Oh, he just pulls that up. That could have been a lot worse and doesn't really lose too much time as well. What a fantastic battle here between the top 1 and 2 in BMW M2s, putting on a show and a half, and that was wild there with the traffic as well. Multi-class driving at its very best. The Porsche through the kick just, absolutely scared the crap out of me, to be perfectly honest, because the way that thing bounces back on track can be very nasty.
This is to answer a question that's just come in from Ryan Anderson. Yeah, this is basically just the dailies in LMU, mate. But with better, more recognisable drivers here at OOR, the depth and breadth of talent that we have in this league is insane. Chris, yeah, Jesus. We've got a bit of a replay coming in here from our man Glenn. We're going to have a look here. This is possibly a bit of an incident coming up through the first little bit. Yeah, under the BP ultimate sign. Wonder if that advertising actually works. Oh, we hit that inside wall and squirts you right. Really well avoided there. That was Hamilton, I believe, up the top. Has dropped from 2nd position, I believe that was, all the way down to about 13th, 14th now. Car is cooked. So we see an M2 sitting there on the inside.
Yep, that is one broken Porsche Cup car. That is return to garage and hang up the helmet for the evening.
Yeah, lead Porsche's taken no prisoners here. And mate, we've just had a call out as well from Dan Clark asking for 12 hours of Bathurst M2s. Mate, I'll tell you what, I'm here for it. An enduro in these things would be hysterical.
The stewards, I would like to see get their vote and what they think about that suggestion.
Well, based on this, Benny Piper and Benny Hignett are going side by side for the entire 12 hours. Hey, they're still jostling up the front here. It's like a jousting match. This is insane. The two of them just keep coming at each other, trading blows now. Benny Hignett sitting behind Piper, Piper having taken back the position. Stuff the rest of the race. Let's just get glued to these two. This is incredible.
fantastic show put on by both, as one of the Porsche Cup cars does come across and get past them both. So head again. Oh, I thought they were going to try something there from Hignett. He had a bit of a sneak, I reckon, just a small sniff. Slides it beautifully through the complex as he's chasing under Benny Piper, who's been under immense pressure the whole race and hasn't cracked yet.
Oh.
Been great to watch. That is very close. A little too close, if you don't mind. And,
Can we cut that? That doesn't feel like an overtake. That's a sovertake. You threaded the needle there. That's ridiculous.
That's fine. Oh, here we go. Oh, Hignett, he's going to have a bit of a look up the inside here at Hell Corner. They're going to go side by side, and Hignett got that done. That's a beautifully executed move. Oh, that was textbook. Oh, was that a sign of intent? He saw the about 5 minutes ago and he's got, right, time to get in front and see what I can do in this M2. Now it's on the Benny Piper. Can he throw back straight away? I feel like he has to. He's got to not just sit behind too long, try and get this done. We've got a bit of lap traffic ahead, but that shouldn't be an issue as they're Porsche Cup cars. They should drive away. Oh, they're going to go side by side through Quarry. No, a problem.
It's just
with the lap.
at this point. Oh my God.
What's that silver Porsche doing?
This is insane. That silver Porsche is going to have to wait, mate. You've got a red light. There is no proceeding. Do not wreck what we're watching here. Mind you, looking for a way around. This is insane. We've got 5 cars in a battle pack.
No.
They're now cresting the mountain to where the real Bathurst starts. Benny Hignett's going to get a really good run out of this because Piper's had his line impeded. Such a tough aspect of multi-class racing, but that's just it. That's what it is. Can't do anything about it. Benny Hignett's going to have to probably give some room here, letting the Porsche up the inside. Nope, he's saying, no, this is my track. Thank you very much. I'm just as fast as you. You can stuff off.
Yep,
Coming down into the dipper. Look at it go. It's a BMW followed by 3 Porsche Cup cars. This is the Challenger Series and a half. Look at this.
Unbelievable stuff. Benny there, he's doing the classic holding my line approach, and he just runs it a little bit wide there at the elbow as well. And now all these Porsche Cup cars will fly past. Hopefully their Piper can get a little bit of a tow. How much does that hurt Piper? You can see that's the thing with multi-class racing. You can get absolutely really well looked after with traffic, and in the same, I'm trying to think of the worst way to say it, PG. I can't say that, How can I say this?
Yeah, can we get a bleep button here, Glenn?
You're not on Blue Flag's Christmas card list. There you go. We'll go with that.
Yes, it's well done. Well done. So we've just had a question come into the chat. Wasn't there a no passing over the top rule for blue flags? It's really tough in multi-classing. It's a community race, so we're allowing it. We're being a little bit more gentle. I think in multi-class it's a little bit different to the actual race itself. Definitely on Saturday, over the top, there will be no need to give way to blue flags unless it's a very reasonable instance, or you choose to, I suppose. But it could be quite dangerous. So we see here Benny Hignett chasing a Porsche up there, Spenceley. Well, no, it might not be Spencer. I can't quite see what number that is on the black Porsche 992 in front. But we'll wait and see. No, can't get around it, but that's okay. We're watching this battle. Benny Piper, it almost feels like Benny Hignett's just letting off a little bit, saying, "Come on, Ben Piper, what you got? Come back at me." He wants the fight. I think he wants the fight, Miles.
Bit of Rochambeau here, just like, okay, we'll go again. But that's what we want to see. Putting it on for the fans. It's all about the show with Benny Hignett. He likes it. Does it great with his broad. Oh, jeez. I swear. Bloody hell. You're not supposed to do that through there, ladies and gentlemen.
You're not supposed to do that. This is reminiscent of the last couple of laps of the Silverstone.
What a shot.
AC. Put it sideways. This is insane. Look at the hands dancing down through Skyline there, through the dipper, down through the Shannon section here and into Forest Elbow. Hard on the brakes, try and find that apex. Don't take it too narrow. The sun's still coming up here at the mountain. It's a beautiful morning and a beautiful day to be out at Bathurst. What a night that we have here. These two, Ben Piper caught up now, sitting on the tail of Ben Hignett. Not going to have the room or run down Conrad here and into the chase, but is going to give Hignett something to think about. You got to think that Hignett's actually just allowed him to catch up a little bit. He likes the chaos. He likes the carnage. He says, "Bring it on, Ben." Ben squared here at the top. We've got 0.2 between the two of them. Looking at through the rest of our leaderboard here. We've got 0.6 between 6 and 7s of Thurks and Gallagher. That's C Gallagher, not A as well, as we've got in BMWs. But here coming into Murray's onto the main straight. A little bit of reprieve. Shake the hands out. Wipe the sweat off. Giggle maniacally if you're Benny Hignett. But taking the inside line to defend, Piper gets a really good run out here, as we've just seen doing some more bird watching with Glenn up the top, checking out the trees, looking for any magpies or kookaburras or something here at this wonderful piece of Australian road. Glory Babby sailing down through the dipper now, skitzing this thing around. Incredible control of the car, throws it in here in second nonetheless.
Certainly. Very quick operator around here, and so we jump back here with Benny Hignett, because we know this is going to be action-packed here. This will be the last lap. Too wide through turn two. Okay, now we get the standard operating procedure. Now we know it's coming. Now up towards the cutting. I've said it's one line through here, but Piper, we've seen a couple of times, is not afraid to try the alternate line as Hignett gets a little skatey out of the rear. And that line is compromised his exit as I head up towards under the tree. Again, skatey as he tips it in. Plunge it down towards Dirty Grey. Oh, look at the car control there from Hignett. That was on a slide, and that's in the wall. I think he's done that every lap so far. That is obviously the line to take. There we go. You've heard it here first. Oh, yes. Look at that sun rising over the mountain. Comes over a rocky skyline. That was beautiful to watch. I was going to say listen to the sound as well, but I can't sell that. Not even me.
Look at how's the movement of the car under Benny at the moment, mate. The car's going everywhere. He's so locked in, managing to keep it on the track. We're going to have a really good run. Has Piper up the inside there of the, what's that, the 19th turn. Hasn't got a name really out of Fox Elbow, but we're coming too wide into Conrod Straight. Where would you rather be, mate? Inside or outside here? What's your pick?
Outside. I always want to be on the outside.
Is then you get the inside of the chase out of Conrad. Benny Piper running a little bit wide, managing to use all of the tarmac there, really deep into the chase, hogs the track there, coming around the inside, manages to do a little bit of a slide there. They're going to have one more lap because the leaders of the Porsche Cup Series are going around once more. So you're seeing 0 on the clock, but they've got to go again. Yellow Porsche Cup car sitting behind these two, not wanting to get involved, hands off, says, I'm not having a bar of this. These two can go at it. They're too wide down the straight. This is almost, as you said, standard operating procedure for these two boys now.
Yeah, very much so. We're going to get one more lap of these two going. Got 6.2 kilometres. It is between Hignett and Piper, the battle of the Benjamins. They head up Mountain Straight for one more time. And I tell you, I said it, Gallagher, keep an eye on him. And here he comes. He's just lurking in the background there now. This is going to be a 3-0 fight. I'm giving you the hot tip. And Gallagher...
Step one, catch the leaders. Step two, profit. This is an interesting play. It'd be very nice here. We've got Benny Hignett, the white BMW, up the inside of Quarry Bend. Gallagher catches up quite a lot. He's now too wide with... Oh, no, Piper just manages to jip him there. This is the Benjamin Bowl, says Chris. This is incredible. We're watching Thurks come down Skyline for the last time of this race. Thurks sitting comfortably in 11th position. A great drive, though. Look at this go down the mountain here. Oh, look at that. Incredible. We're back on here. Piper having a sniff, checking for the exhaust pipe, looking up and in it. Says, that's your monthly check done. Now come back next. Oh, we see him go wide. He manages to keep it on.
No, how did he do that? How did he do that? Unbelievable save there from Benjamin Hignett. Just the essence of car control right there. That's Piper's right on the back here, and I'll tell you what, Gallagher is still there as well. So it goes through the elbow for the last time. Everyone keeps it off the wall. That is unbelievable. We haven't seen that all race. They head down Conrod Straight now. A big, long drag towards the kink. They're going to go side by side again. Oh, Gallagher, I think he's backed out of these. I want no part of this as well. And here comes the Porsche Cup cars as well, just to, make it a little bit more spicy. Do they sense the situation? Do they know what's going on?
They're battling too.
They are battling. We've got a Porsche Cup car over into the sand. He's going to come across the track. Watch out for the rejoin. Oh, no, the rejoin's caused that. There's been drama. Unbelievable. Oh, you can't script that stuff. That is nuts. Poor
That
Penny
is-
Piper.
I'm speechless.
Unreal. Unbelievable.
Oh, mate, that was a reverse Bradbury. Someone out of it, taking out second place, letting the leader go through. Oh, I'm lost for words. Oh, Benny Piper got piped there by a flying 992. That was so unnecessary, says Dog Ryan in the chat there. Oh, mate. Holy cow. Wasn't needed. I don't know how Benny Hignett managed to keep that on track. Holy dooly. I think Miles has fallen off his chair. We've lost Sean. Everyone out there that watched that with us. Everyone knows. I think it's 3 Hail Marys, a Bible verse, and a beer tonight. That was absolutely ridiculous. The definition of cucked, says Gobby. I'm not going to explain the joke on air, but that's well played. Someone's getting a bit of a paddling, says Bignett. Oh, mate. And that's, to go back to an earlier question that was raised, that's just an LMU daily race, isn't it?
Pretty much, yep.
Incredible stuff here. A
Unbelievable.
25-minute race that felt like a 24-hour. Mate, that was just incredible. We had some insane moments there. You know, the Porsche 992, we talk so much about that at the start, but as far as I'm concerned, you know, amazing race from Glory Babby, incredible drive, but can get stuff. The BMW M2 CS racing cars, single make series, incredible race there. Taking nothing away from Ben Piper. Mate, the two of them going at it, corner after corner, lap after lap, neck and neck and wheel to wheel for the entire race. Super well done. We've got Hignett Gallagher, Hugs Piper coming in fourth there after the prang. Really well done in the TCXs. And then we've got the rest of it, Babby, McKenna, Jack Miller, Bartoletti, and Benny Vintner rounding out your top 5. Any thoughts, Miles? Have you put yourself back up on your chair now?
Yeah, we've straightened up a little bit. Oh, no, driver of the day, 100%, the two Benjamins. That was fantastic. I think we should get a vote going. We want to see that again. That was unbelievable to watch.
Yeah, who was your favourite Benjamin out of the two lead pack there?
I Piper for mine. I just like the way he went about it. He was tenacious in his defence. He wasn't giving up that position. I mean, he didn't just put on a show, really. I mean, to be perfectly honest, he hit that wall up at midfield, I swear, every lap. I'm convinced there wasn't a lap he didn't hit that wall. And yet the M2 just kept trucking along. So
Miles and I are we're gonna go have a sit down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna count my lucky stars. I think I might cry. I don't really know. I've got so many emotions coursing through me. But we will be right back with the incredible Bathurst 12-hour qualification session, followed by the one and only top 10 shootout. And we've got a special guest joining us as well, Mulsey.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I like that. Ooh, special guest.
We're going to have Mitchell Bloody Hobbs, the one and only, coming in to round out the three of us, commentating your Thursday night. But we're going to take that break and we'll be back. Everyone's heart okay?
Fucking hell.
Hello, Hitchell mobs.
Oh, my Discord needs an update. Hang on a minute. That's a bit awkward.
Oh.
I wanna stare at the sun without a shroud. But if I burn my eyes, can I still be proud?
Don't panic.
This is not what I
Hello.
It would have been nice if I saw the update icon before I jumped into it. I didn't look like an idiot.
Growing up, I would rarely go out and play.
Oh, such a difficult decision to make. Oh, yes, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. And we've got Dawson here currently in the Nova entry.
No, you don't. Try again.
No, Irons.
That's Jimmy Irons. There you go.
Jimmy Irons.
Thanks, Kunos.
God.
Thank you.
Wow, we're having a good time.
Wow.
Kunos giving us the fun stuff early, hey?
Yeah. Oh, it's been awesome. Oh, there we go. We're back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
So we'll start that again. Welcome back to qualifying for the Simrigs.com OOR Bathurst 12-hour. We've got an hour session underway. All cars will be out there to try and set their fast lap. Best time of the year. When you've got this place to yourself, 6.2 kilometres. Well, I'll say you got this place to yourself. We've got a little bit of traffic catching here. Come on, get this sorted, gentlemen. We've got Jimmy Irons in the Nova entry in the 229 Aston Martin. And we'll hopefully see him come down to the chase and get himself organised to set the first benchmark lap of the session. Oh no, Brock Godfrey just goes a 2-minute dead. Oh, no worries.
It's gracious.
Bloody hell.
There we go. We're going to see some pretty damn good times here. We have got a track temp of 24 with an ambient of 18. Hobbsy, what's that going to do for our times, mate? You know this game. Bunt to frack, out to win, all of it. Tell us what we're going to get. What can we expect for some of the fastest times here this evening?
Well, I saw the quali times. Try again. I saw the practice times before. I didn't take too much notice of the temperature that it was in, but if you're comparing it to your standard hot lapping, 22 ambient with 30-degree track, you're probably looking maybe, if you're lucky, 0.2 more on the time from a being faster point of view. Otherwise, probably a tenth. So we're looking definitely in the 59s when we get to the pro class. Ignore the fact that the leaderboard just doesn't want to acknowledge the classes. We are in the pro am class, so don't get confused by that. But we'll see definitely some 59s for sure. I think there's the possibility that somebody could pull out a 58 in these conditions.
Yeah, it's always possible, right? I've said this so many times to a bunch of different people over the last couple of days. Just, I think back to the top 10 shootout of last year's Bathurst 12-hour, where we saw Brad Cook grab a 158 in a Honda of all cars, and it was just unreal. Like seeing that amount of time peel off on the mountain, my voice. Yeah, I can't use enough of it to exclaim how fast that is. I'm never hitting those times, and 158 is just so far away, but some of these guys are so good. Hobbsy, what's your PB here? Because you're on your alien pace in ACC, so I think you're a good benchmark for what we can see tonight.
Well, I haven't done a 58 around here, mainly because the only car I've ever really driven well around here is the Ferrari, which I'm not capable of driving at a 58. I've done a 59.2 in that car, but you jump in any car, if you're proper alien pace, like above me, I wouldn't count myself in the grand scheme of ACC alien, maybe to the people of OOR, but anyone could do a 58 in pretty much any car in this track. So, yeah, that lap from Brad last year was something to withhold. The downside to the Honda is dying because it's prone to doing that. I don't know if you know the consequences of that. It's not good. But, yeah, that thing is just an absolute weapon around here. But Turab Bank is showing that the Ferrari's got his only half a tenth behind Walsh at the moment, who's also in a Ferrari. A good little mix of cars I'm seeing on the leaderboard there. I was expecting just all Mustangs, to be quite frank, but I think everybody sort of went, yeah, let's just do it. Let's have some fun. I know that's what we're doing in our team, Slarty, but it's going to be cracking to watch this qualifying session, I can tell you that much.
Absolutely, yeah. We've just had a question come through from, funnily enough, a shared teammate of ours. Dan Madden's asking, why are you not doing Quali, Hobbsy? It's because he's still commentary, Dan.
Because I'm commentating, yeah. That's how it is.
We put Danzo in the car, and I don't want to put a bit of pressure on him, but Dan is I'll pump up his tires, right? He's the clutch up king. I know for a fact that his best lap at Bathurst is a 2:01.3-ish, I believe.
Yes, do it.
So we could, it might be a 2:01.8. Dan, we need you in the chat just letting us know. But
8, I saw.
Okay, 2:01.8. I reckon he's got it tonight. He's going to be, I'm going to keep an eye on it because I've got selfish teammate reasons and brother bias.
Bias. That's bias.
But I'd love to see him beat
so.
that tonight.
Hang on, I've just seen the gap between P2 and 3. Oh, sorry.
Holy cow, we've got 0.005 between Walsh and Reynolds at the moment.
Oh, wow. Turab just gained a 10th and then lost it in the final corner. Wow, but he's a P2, a little bit behind Godfrey there. Turab is a driver who I've seen for a little while now. He's a very consistent driver, very fast driver. For being in the Pro-Am class. I'm looking forward to seeing if he can give Godfrey a challenge. Oh, my goodness, that's very close to the wall. That's scary.
That is, you don't want to go out there. That normally ends one way, but he's absolutely thrown it down the mountain here. Is Walsh currently in 4th position in the 47 Ferrari. Of course, driving with Patterson, Bundle and himself. Look forward to see how they go. Not names that I know much in OOR. Maybe they are rookies. If they are, good luck to them because it's always hard being a rookie at the mountain. We've all been there. And currently still a little bit up on his best lap. And hopefully you've still got plenty of time. Is it 20 minutes? Yes, 20 minutes, 15
minutes.
Look at that. Thanks, Glenn. I should know that.
Yeah.
Wow, look at these two. Jeez.
Come on, you should know these things.
I know I should. Very rusty.
We'll fix. Apparently, we can't hear the in-game sounds. We'll fix those. Glenn will mash his keyboard and do it. It'll all work. It's okay.
Malsey and I can make up for some of that. Actually,
no. We don't need to hear that.
I promise.
No.
Is this a lube mobile car?
Excuse me.
Yeah. What's the?
It is.
Oh my god.
That is fantastic.
Hang on, it's not Lube Mobile because isn't that number 131332? That was an old one. Lube Mobile will come to you. That's
Yeah, but haven't you seen the phone number on the front of the car?
Yes, I'm aware of that. But it's missing a couple of digits.
We're avoiding saying that.
Oh yes.
That's incredible. Great sponsorship there from Lube Mobile. Thanks for coming on board for the night. Sector.
4/10 up in the first. That's impressive. The first sector is one. Third sector, I admit, is probably the Ferrari's strongest sector around this track. It's one of the fastest, in my opinion at least. You might argue the Mustang can beat it, and it can, but it's certainly up there. And looking to see, that's all of the track, which is excellent. Use it all and use the curb just to keep the car straight. Let's see how it goes around McPhillamy. Not too much of the curb, and that's fine. 7U sign, lifts. Oh, that's nice. Oh, yep, keeps it nice and close to all. That's a good one. This is a cracking lap so far. And very
lovely through there.
Yeah, good exit. Oh, lost a bit of time through the dipper, but that's okay. Down to Forest Elbow. I despise this corner with all of my heart and passion. Oh, that's a rough exit, though. Just couldn't quite get it pulled out. He's going to struggle. Maybe a 10th down on the straight. He's had provisional pole in the Pro-Am class there, though. Maybe the chase down into the final corner might be all that Walsh needs here. Let's have a look. Good use of the tarmac on the outside. Down to the 125 mark on the brakes. Yep, that's beautiful. Good run. Oh, this is... Oh, just couldn't quite get the exit. This is close. Come on. 100 metre board, about 80. Let's see.
Murray's.
Yeah. Lost time. Oh, good exit, though.
Great exit.
2 minutes.
So close. That was a cracking lap there, though, from Walsh. Really clutched it out. He's got one more. He has one more fly up, so we'll keep an eye on that. Back here with Rosa currently in 5th position in the 14 BMW. And he's only 0.12 up as he heads down Conrod straight now. Seeing the BMW, I think it's one of the best Pro-Am cars. It's a perfect choice for Pro-Ams.
Unless if you like a car that munches fuel, yes.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being a little bit thirsty.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's definitely, yes, to say for a Pro-Am team, full of drive. You know, this may be your first, you know, enduro, whatever. If it is, welcome. Look, it's a cracking enduro to be a part of, I can tell you that. Up to P4, that's a good time there. Only just, you know, 300ths off tour over there for P3 in class, which is excellent. Marshy, here he is. Oh, he was 7/10s up there. That's a good solid lap he was putting together there, but then he found that he wanted to start his own lawn mowing business there, and he did. And final corner should put him up at least above Steve Lewis, and does still a little bit off Jimmy Irons though. But he's got one more lap up his sleeve, and only one. So anybody coming around now will be on their coming across the line before 45 minutes left. We'll get one final lap, as you'll start to see the silver cars in the next minute or so will start driving their way to the pit exit, ready for their 15-minute qualifying session. As you see, that's a lovely livery too there. Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Got
yes.
this flying. Here we go.
59, here you come. We're on 59 watch here.
No,
Obviously-
you jinxed it. He's jinxed it. Bloody hell.
Yes. Wow. This looks very much a Hollywood number. The Hondas, they just know how to uncork on qualifying day. This is what they do. Down into the chase now. How deep does he go? Knowing a Honda to be super deep on the brakes, he'll dance it across the apex and then flick it back. The Honda just grips up and then unleashes its nuclear missile. Now down towards Murray's to go. This still looks like a 59. It looks very comfortable. He's 0.3 up on his best. Lovely through Murray's. That was a great exit. Bang. 59.6. Thank you very much. Job done.
Oh, that's, I dare say that's a top 10 shootout worthy lap. That could put him up there.
That's outstanding from Brocky there.
That's
well
fantastic.
done. Great one here as we're on board with Bryce Davies too. And so that was Brad Godfrey there as well. So we've got Bryce Davies now is 0.26 up on his best, which is a 2-minute 0.827. Coming down now, just Murray's to go. Hellish corner. Terrible to be in this position where you're in the green delta and you've just got this corner to make it stick. Manages to lose a little bit. God, I hate that corner. It's the worst corner on the track, but we're getting a little bit of ACC delta here going on. It's a bit interesting. But manages a 2-minute 0.805, which is going to put him pretty comfortably in 7th spot.
Yep, I'd just like to say, from here on in, I'm going to call Brock Godfrey Brad Godfrey, as Slarty's called him. That's what's going to happen now.
Apologies, I did say Brocky at the start. I got it right. I corrected myself.
Oh, this is a good lap for
Crispy Lewis.
Stevie Lewis.
Crispy Lewis.
Yeah, great lap.
Stevie up in the top 10. Nice lap.
Ooh. He's given Peter Papiano one of, I reckon Stevie Lewis and Peter Papiano are probably two of the most loyal OR members there's been. They've been in OR for, I don't want to know how long.
Yep. I was just trying to think how long I was lost. No, I don't know. How long do you reckon it is?
Well, I think I can definitely tell you that Papiano was in OR when I joined, and I won't tell you how long ago that was. Or Xavier Eaton, that's in the wall. That's not where you want the car. That's suboptimal. Still pushing on though, and we'll come back, I dare say, into the pits with the Pro-Am class being over. We'll move on to the silver class momentarily.
This is going to be a very competitive silver qualifying. There are some stacked teams in this grid. I was having a read through the other day, and just some of the names. These are sort of your furniture drivers, as I like to call them. These are the ones that just are there every week or turn up, and they're just there. They're always hard in those races as well. So really keen for silver. But that was a fantastic Pro-Am qualifying there. It was Godfrey that took it away with a 59. Let's be realistic. That is a pro time if I've ever seen one. And then
159 is an excellent time. As we see, a bit of a car park there, a bit of a parking lot.
Whoa!
Down the back.
Exit. Oh, we got. Hang on, a little bit of maybe just like a little bit of a ping issue there. We do see everyone just managing to get out there. We're on board with Scotty Rochford, very well-known, well-respected Kovacs racer, coming up here just on his outlap now. We'll be looking to crack into that low 2 minutes time frame. Dare I say, even maybe maybe just looking to creep into the 159s here. It's going to be interesting to see whether these guys can beat that time of Brock Godfrey.
Well, yeah.
Well, go on.
I was going to say, Godfrey, if I'm Godfrey, I'm on top 10 watch. I'm keeping a real close eye on that time.
It's close. I saw the practice times, and just quietly, I'm not sure that will be enough for a top 10.
Wow.
He's going to be right on the cusp. If the practice times pan out how I saw, yeah, I think he's going to be right on the cusp, but still got plenty of drivers here to go. Dylan King down to Forest Subway on their warm-up laps. They've got 15 minutes of their own to put together some laps. That should give them, I dare say, 2 good qualifying runs to give them a shot. If they make an error, maybe 3, but should be more than plentiful time to put in a solid lap. Here is your man, Slidey, Benny V.
Benny V.
Yeah.
We finally got him in a Pidgey Racing livery. How good is that? Mate, coming through there. They've chosen the pastel number here tonight in the Pidgey Racing Ferrari. Benny Vintner, new but very valued member, has literally just finished. He's not in the car tonight. Benny's just finished our earlier lap. I believe we should have Damien Mansell in. Someone whose name I only learned to pronounce 3 weeks ago. Maybe not even 2 weeks ago. And now he's in racing in a Pidgey Ferrari. How good's this? This is going to be a man to watch, I reckon. Again, a little bit biased, but he's someone that has stacked pace. Going to be unbelievable to watch this bloke set a lap time.
Biased.
I get biased. It's fine. I'm leaning into it. I'm on board. But to tell you what,
it's slightly, as much as I love the Pidgey, we're going to go and look at Layla Belzer again. That Porsche, if you saw that, the green and gold.
Porsche looks good. Get the Pidgey out of here. We see enough of these.
That's simple, but yeah. Sorry, we need to give Sean Muller a personal moment of reflection here with the Porsche.
That is absolutely gorgeous. That green is perfect. Like, absolutely perfect. The gold stripe just works. Really classic 70s style. Yeah, that works.
Same age as you.
Hey, he's up. Gee, wow, whoa. Okay, you're not far off, but that's all.
Yeah. I wasn't far off by saying that.
And we've also got just the green and gold for the Aussie car, kind of reminiscent of the actual Bathurst 12Hr this year. We've got, there's a really good entry that I saw, an actual livery of kangaroos for the next 100Ks, bright yellow car. I do like that, pay a bit of homage to the, to the land that we're racing on. This is incredible. We're seeing Team Iris here. Layla Bell, a pretty good operator, but does manage to just ping off a wall there, but that's okay. You gotta go find your limits. You gotta, it's not gonna send you invalid here at this track out of the cutting. Shouldn't anyway. It's more over the top here that you've got to worry about it, particularly at the entrance to Sulman's, which Layla takes with absolutely no problems at all. Look at the speed that these cars get here. Up under the Channel 7 sign, through Brocky's skyline here. A little bit of a kiss on the curb. Manages to just hug that right-hander tight before dipping into the dipper. We come through the Shannon's Oil section, not a sponsored segment. We're sponsored by Simrigs tonight here, putting on this wonderful endurance series for us. We're down through, hugging the apex tightly of Forest Elbow. Exiting there, we can't yet see sector times, but we'll get that up next lap. But Layla, looking to put down a pretty damn good lap time. Is a really, really good operator, great driver, well known in OOR. They're going to put down, I reckon we're going to see something here. Layla could be low 2 minutes. Dare I say, even just creeping into the 159s.
Certainly possible. Anything's possible after what we saw in the Pro-Am session, I can tell you that much. And we'll see what Bell can do. She decided to take the wall on a date coming through the cutting there. And don't know if the wall rejected or not. Yeah, rough lap there. 203, that's okay. Just get a banker in is always a good thing. She'll be carrying a little bit of damage, not enough to really impact upon, I imagine. And there you go. Turn 1 is a really, I almost say that turn 1 could be the most crucial corner on this track because it sets the tone for your whole lap. You make a balls up of it, it's, oh, what a garbage lap. So
sit there for 2 minutes of pain.
That's right, 2 minutes of pain. But certainly one to keep an eye on. Here's your man, Slidey.
Oh, sure. I'll talk about him again. I got a man crush on Mansell here. Coming down, he's 0.654, 0.6 up, coming into Forest Elbow, which means that we are airing ever so close to that 1:59 time. Has never driven a mid-engine car before 2 weeks ago, is now in a Ferrari, learning the ropes. And I tell you what, he makes the ropes look pretty good when he's sending it down into Conrad Straight. Coming up behind, how good's the Porsche look up the front there, but I'll let you talk more about that one, Mulsey, in a sec, because you can have your moment. But the 455 Pidgey Ferrari braking hard at the 125. Taking a bit of a wide line there, kissing the outside curb, exiting the chase, but using all of the road there, as you're entitled to do. You pay for it all, so you're going to use it all. But coming into Murray's, I reckon this is the other most crucial corner on the lap because it can completely ruin a delta, but not for Mansell here as he cracks 2-minute .217. Great lap from the Pidgey car there. Great work, boys.
That's fantastic up there for Mansell. Anytime you go that close to a 2-minute flat, you are having a good day out. Looking here at Brooke at the moment, the beautiful Aston Martin, that lovely red wheels. I am digging the red wheels there. And very quick team, this one, in the 676 entry. And they are very strong, and I feel like that they're going to be ones to watch. Of course, Brooke and Carpenter and Bartlett, Convex and Colonial, standard operating procedure for them. They've been around every Bathurst, every OOR Enduro, and it's great to see them back in Silver Class. They are stalwarts in Silver Class and very hard to beat in Silver Class. So they're definitely one I've put a big red circle around to keep an eye on throughout the race. And currently doing it very nicely. Best lap there of a 2 well, I'm not going to trust that lap time, we'll just wait. But currently 0.2 up and now 0.3 up as he comes through the cutting. Whoa, pulled out of that one. Good idea.
Yeah, the cutting's another one. Another one, Mulsey, that if you screw that up, especially the exit of the cutting, just you run over the top, game over. 10's gone, unfortunately. And that's another one that you just sort of go, oh, now I've got to just push as hard as I can, but then you put it in a wall. It's always a big Sag moment there, or Sman, as Slidey would say, moment there. So let's have a look. Petey Chalmers for Kovacs. Ooh, almost inside the top 10 there. 2 flat 5.65. That's a good lap. I like that livery very much. A bit different to what I'm used to seeing on a Kovacs car. So everybody's doing what I was kind of expecting and getting the first runs done, getting back into the pits early and getting out again. George Sakanius in a green Lexus. Now, the Lexus is always notorious for a hard livery to make it look good, but, it's simple and I like it.
Getting some real Dick Johnson vibes here from back in the day, back in the 80s when he drove the Mustang and the XE Falcon, the green's tough one. I'm a big fan of that. Nice work there, George. And Alexis, interesting car choice. Good to see Alexis out there on the grid. Wouldn't be my first choice, but it does sound glorious.
How does that go about this?
What's the top end speed here? It's going to be 280 ridiculous. Yeah, 287. I don't even think that Sakanius had the best exit there either out of Forest Elbow. That's hilarious. That's bloody excellent. Love that.
Well, we'll put that. Everyone's writing that down. Their little notepads. Just keep an eye on it.
That's funny that in the race, in the slipstream of Alexis, you might not catch it on Conrad, that's fantastic.
That's great.
I look forward to watching that.
So speaking of cars hitting top speeds at Conrad, it's going to be interesting to see here what Weatherburn can get coming down Conrad Straight here. We've already got 246 coming under the sign there, exiting Sector 2. Going to be really interesting to see here. Clocking 270, the fastest right-hander or corner in all of Australian motorsport, hitting 283 or 484 I saw. So how's that? 3 kilometers less than the Lexus.
Yeah, but
and the Ford cops are beating for being too fast.
You want a little bit of insight here on the Mustang. I'm surprised that Weatherburn shifted up into 6 because from my understanding, it actually slows the Mustang down at Bathurst if you shift it into 6. So I'm interested to see what would have happened if he didn't do that.
Can confirm that is the case. The Mustang just in down Conrad, absolute rev 5th gear till the cows come home. Looking here at Stefano Rashuda in a Mercedes. What is going on here? Wow, this is very unique to get my head around here. Of course, a man who loves his Italian race cars, but come across to Germany. There's a joke in there somewhere, but we're not going to touch
we're not going to make that joke.
No, we're walking away. But Stefano, very quick operator. Good to see him back in silver class. I feel like he's one of the real benchmark silver class drivers, Stefano is, and at the right track and on his day, pro pace. So, and up on his lap at the moment, 0.1 up, so it'll move him up, maybe up to that third position. If he's going to be very close there with Walsh currently in third at the moment. 0.3, just
it's going to
really
be a 59. Oh,
very close, but
Just
lovely
in.
lap there for Stefano. Anytime, as I said, 59 at Bathurst, job day.
yeah, that's a great day of 59. Yes, Stefano's a very good operator in OOR. He loves his Italian cars, being Italian, and he is a Sprint Series race winner, multiple race winner, I believe, if my internal history clock serves me correctly. But this gets me excited. This is the Speedy Mite team. I've been waiting to see Sean Jacobs back on the track. This is great. I love this. These guys disappeared for a little while. Not anything bad. They were just off there doing their own games, whatever. And I'm so excited to see them back. And in a Bentley, that is, I'm excited to see a Bentley on the track, because if you know me, you know how much I love the Bentley.
Absolutely. Right-hand drive in right-hand driver land and territory, mate. He, feels like home, even though in the Bentley it's more of a, like, I always imagine there's kind of classical music playing inside this car. We've got a really cool looking Speedy Mite livery on this, but it still just looks classic, iconic, almost like there's a London cabbie sitting in the front seat, beckoning me in, sir. Should I come for a cup of tea up Mountain Straight as we sit there watching Jacobs race away? Hobbsy, you said that Jacobs has a bit of history in OOR, and he's one to watch for the actual race.
Yeah, he's definitely one. Him and his teammate, and that's really embarrassing. I cannot think of his teammate's last name. It's Jeremy, though, and that's embarrassing. I can't think of your last name, Jeremy, and I'll think of it. Jeremy Talbot, there you go. I think they're in actually a team of 3. I'll have to double check who their trio is, but yes, Sean and Jeremy are very well versed. You know, Nick De Silva. Oh, that's a cracking team for the Speedy Mites. Yeah, especially Jeremy and Sean. I don't want to take away from Nick De Silva, of course. That's a wall. That's hard. They're a very well-known pairing. If you've seen OR Enduros previously, sort of, 2022 and earlier, they were in the McLaren most of the time, and they were ones to watch out for every single Enduro. Weren't always, winning them, but certainly always on fire for a podium position. So this is definitely an underdog team for the race.
Has just picked up as well, a little bit of time over Skyline, but lost it coming down through the dipper. He's getting close to that 159, but the Bentley can take a hit or two, as you mentioned, Hobbsy. When you take these walls out on dates, they do kiss on first dates, these Bathurst walls. So you always end up having a little bit of a smooch, but sometimes it can actually kind of propel you forward in the right direction. You end up better off for it. I don't know how it works, never seems to help me, but he did gain speed from that kiss on the wall coming through Solomon Park there. Now coming down really, really well taken.
Great.
Murray's there.
That's going to be a 59.
Great drive out of it. It's a 59.9. Really well done from Sean Jacobs there.
Very nice lap there from Sean Jacobs. That Murray's was absolutely beautiful to watch. Precision, just nailed that apex, and the exit was lovely. Very nicely done. Back here with Georges Scanas, currently in 6th position in silver class at the moment. 0.3. Look at the times, very close across the top 6 there. So basically 0.3 covering, 0.3 covering the top. What's that? 8?
8, yeah.
So unbelievable, extremely close. He's coming up here on a Mustang at the moment. I'm trying to see who that is. My eyes aren't that good.
Mustang.
It is Jakey Webber. Death, taxes, and Yoda in a Mustang. Standard operating procedure as well. He's very much a Mustang enjoyer. He even convinced me the Mustang's a pretty cool car, so fair play to him.
That's some pretty good convincing skills then.
I know, yeah, that's all right. I know. So, George, just saw that. I was just going to say, you back off there.
Yeah, he's 5 seconds
Wow.
out, so he's looking for a heater next lap. Sakani is already sitting on that pretty much almost as close as you can be to a 2-minute dead flat. But now, yeah, going into the pits is just...
Yeah, that's it. That's it for
That's
the
it.
Silvers.
That's all done.
Yep.
Yep.
We're back on Mansell here.
Arms,
Currently
buddy.
best
Arm it.
lap.
Arm it.
I'm going to bring him home. Currently sitting on a 2-minute .217 at his best, but he is 0.25 up coming down Conrod Straight. These next 3 turns are going to matter so much. That kink he's done really well at here. A hard one to stuff up, to be honest, but I don't want to give him the commentator's curse. Runs wide, takes enough there. Braking at the 125 meter mark as late as you dare, tipping it in really well. The Ferrari feels so good around here, at least anyway, compared to some of the front engine cars. Has dropped a little bit of time there, but still on track for a really good lap. It's going to bump him up at almost a position. Really well taken at Murray's, not quite picking up enough speed. That is a 2-minute flat .032. Doesn't pick up a position though. Oh, gotta be so
That's very close. Yeah, you go 1/10 and he's up like 2-3 positions there. That's impressive. Speaking of impressive, Shine is here at the final corner, 3/10 up. This could propel him up into the top 10. And 10th exactly. I didn't realize there was such a big gap there, admittedly. So half a second off. That's still a good time. And he'll be pretty happy with that, I reckon, as the final cars just come around. Rashudi's coming through. Final corner. Doesn't go any faster. And the Mustang comes across the line there. That's Jason Teo. And we get a quick little break as the pros. This is where things spice it up, boys. This is gonna get. Hold on to your hats. Hold on to your seats. Cross your toes. Cross your fingers. Everything. Cross it all.
Fingers and toes, says Kath and Kim. Yeah, mate, this is where it starts to get a little bit spicy. We're going to see some low 159s come out here. Surely, if Silvers are starting to push it, hell, the Pro-Ams are pushing it. This is going to be really interesting. We've got a couple of really good contenders here and some names that anyone that's ever sat on an OOR stream, these are going to instantly sing out to you. Obviously, we are seeing all of the driver ones currently sitting in there, so we'll have to see who they've put in for qualification in just a moment. But we're seeing now we've got a good spread of cars here. We have a Nissan, Ferrari, Porsche, another Ferrari, a couple of Fords there. Okay, so maybe this feels like just a two-class series, a two-make series. Sorry, we've got a lot of Ferraris and a lot of Fords in this one here, but also the occasional outlier with Rondinella there, Loopty in the Macca car 888. A number that almost just feels like it bloody belongs to Bathurst.
It does. Now, one thing I wanted to point out, I know we probably haven't talked about it much yet, is we do have, and to my understanding, it's 3, but I'll check, drivers that are running solo. There's more than that. Let me check who they are.
So it's, yep, I can confirm 3. It is 3. It is Graham Hill, Nathan Monks, and Stevie Ty. And Jamie Conbull.
JC, and so that's 4.
Yep. 4, yep.
And there's one more.
There's one more.
And Jaden Rondinella, a.k.a. Loopty, is running solo.
At 5, excellent. So yes, there's some good, very high-class drivers soloing this event, which if you do that, you're crazy. And anyway, we're not going to go there. So very much looking forward where the solo drivers put themselves, and I will just say on the Quiet, that's not a word. Quiet, okay. The Quiet, one of those solo drivers was almost in the 58.
Wow.
Got to be tantalisingly close.
Oh, he was.
Watching the
Don't you worry about
here.
that.
The McLaren of Rondinella. I don't think we've got many other McLarens driving in this 12-hour event. But this is one of the ones to watch. Not only is it a Macca, but it's also Jaden Rondinella driving this solo for 12 hours. I don't even know how you're going to get that done, but it's going to be insane to watch these guys do it. The fatigue, the exhaustion, the pure adrenaline that you'll be running off. This is insane. But we're here in qualifying. Coming up into Skyline, through it, down through now, smash that apex on the left. The McLaren kind of lets you do it here. Really good into the dipper. Well done, Jaden. Great lines here. This man practices more than most. He's put so much time into ACC in the last year, and it's really showing.
His pace is unbelievable. And yes, 12 hours solo is crazy. And I know you may or may not know, Slarty, there have been some European esports level drivers, 2 that I can think of, that have 24-houred the Nordschleife solo. That is ridiculous.
It's just insane.
One of them ended up in hospital afterwards, but we're not going to talk about that. But it's just the fact that they're going to go ahead and solo a 12-hour at Bathurst, that's very impressive, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they go. As Slidey doesn't bring up any bias here about the car that we're going to be in on Saturday, Slidey.
Yes, this is it. The Pidgey Racing Ferrari, the second of its kind. This is going to be kind of interesting. So for those that don't know, Danzo here is we've just got a 159.5 Stevie tie as well. But Danzo is a Pro-Am driver, so going to be drastically outclassed here tonight in the Pro-Am field. The driver behind him, Hammond, just giving him a heap of room, it looks, to try and make sure that he doesn't catch Danzo too much. We're looking for anything better than a 201.3, which is what he did in qualifying. So stay tuned on this Ferrari Pidgey car. We're going to see what happens. 147 coming up the straight, Mountain Straight now, into New South Wales Bend or Quarry, as we commonly know it. Braking there at the side road, coming in, tips in pretty well, does Danzo. Manages to use a little bit of the runoff. You're seeing the car skate around a bit. He's dialing in from Hawaii. It's a long way away, tiny island in the middle of the Pacific, but he's here racing tonight. That's the beauty of sim racing. Comes up through the cutting, doesn't use all of the track there, but doesn't need it, managing to grip out. He's already a second up. Look at him go, coming up here through Reed Park. Uses a little bit of the left-hand curve there, very sensible. Running wide, uses as much of the track as possible. Kiss the wall almost through Solomon. Over the top there of that little crest, can very much unsettle the car. Keeps it narrow there, tucks it into the Channel 7 sign, into Skyline, dips in, close, very well done. Not too much use of the brake. TC7, he's been very safe. Mum would be so proud as he comes down here through the dipper. A little bit of a rough one, but he's still almost 2 seconds up. He's making a considerable improvement there through Forest Elbow. Really nice looking turn there from Danzo. Well done, mate, as he dips down into Conrad. He's doing pretty well for a bloody Pro-Am. I know I'm bloody biased, but good on you, Danzo.
Take a breath, Matt. Jeez.
I'm breathing in now,
Breathe. It's 3 corners left, about 2 seconds up, and yes, it is a Pro-Am driver in a Pro Class car. Matt said that we had to be Pro because of Chris Cooley.
And you, Hobbsy.
No. Don't worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
I asked Matt nice, and he said no. I went, okay. No, I didn't ask Matt at all. I didn't ask Matt. Oh, that's a nice time, though.
That's a 2:01.6. Really, really well done. Excellent Pro-Am time there from Danzo. But who else have we got on this year, Glenn? Show us around the grid. Show us what's happening. We've got some amazing times.
Oh, that's close.
Name here. That's very close.
The top 4 within 100. Okay, that's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And here we're on with Amaral Name, who's currently sitting in second position.
Yep.
He's going to have to back out because he's stuck
going
behind
on.
Danzo there. Going to have to look for a bit of free and clean air, as we see here in the Nissan. Stevie Ty.
Here's my man, Stevie Ty. This gentleman is very quick across the mountain into GTR, and it's in the Calisonic GTR. We saw his heroics last year, the Rockets Evolved entry. They just know how to come back. You can see the classic GTR driving style there from Stevie Ty. Just the back end sliding all the way through down the mountain. And GTR just shakes it off. Did lose a bit of time there, unfortunately, but he'll pack it up. He's got plenty of time just to have another load and see where he's gone from. Best lap, currently a 59.5, which is frankly ridiculous. And then 0.004. Oh wow, that is trying to analyze where you can make that time up around this racetrack between all these drivers is going to be something to watch in these last few minutes. I'm giving you the hot tip.
Just before Hammond goes over and crosses the line, can we just take a moment to acknowledge that Hammond and Keys are
the same time?
Same time.
Yeah, that's it.
Literally never happens.
It never happens.
This is going to be cracking on Hammond. Let's have a look. This is going to be
Hollywood.
Well, it's Bathurst Delta though, so I'm going to say, oh wow, it's going to be 0.3 or mid 2. That's a cracking lap. Yeah, that's a great. He's just blown them all out of the water there. But I know the drivers there in the top 4, and I would say They've all got time to beat Hammond. That's all I'm going to say. I think and the Keys is just proving my point. He's not the greatest eggs out of the cutting, though. As I said, that can ruin your run over the top a little bit, but this is the Mustang, and it can do anything, apparently. And he's just pushing it. Oh, yeah, right up against the wall. That is that's millimetre perfect, not even inch perfect. That's millimetre perfect, and he's absolutely flying this thing down Skyline. That's ridiculous. Through the dipper. That's a nice run there. Just lost a bit on the exit. She pushes nice and close to the wall, down to Forrest's elbow. No one likes this corner because the ABS is an arse. And proving the point now. That's a good run, though. He's going to be around that 2/10 mark up. But again, Bathurst Delta, because it doesn't take into account something called altitude. And we'll see where it sort of ends him up, I would say. He'll still have more time. It's not going to match Hammond at this point on the Delta. You normally take at least probably half a tenth off the Delta to get roughly where you're going to be. And we'll have a look down the end here. Oh, nice and deep on the brakes there. That's a good run. Just couldn't quite get it pulled up on there. Yeah, he'll have more time in this, though, under the Maguire's bridge there. And that's good. It's a good solid time, though. And I think he's definitely got probably 2 tenths to 3 tenths even in that lap. And I think he's got more to show. He's going to go again. Let's have a look at turn 1. Oh, that's not a great tone setter with the Delta going down, especially if it's going to start flashing. That always scares me on the Delta when that happens.
In and out of green and grade, green and grade, green and grade, coming up the mountain straight. It's a tough one, but you really got to set yourself up for the rest of the lap.
Oh, what a run. What a run through turn 2 there.
Nice. Lovely.
That's cracking.
Turn 2. Lucas Keys is on here. We've seen this many a time when this guy uncorks one in a qualifying session. It is a sight to behold. And he's got the best Mustang on rails at the moment. He comes up under the tree, down to the crate. Oh, again, just using the maximum corner. Oh, nearly clipped the wall there as he comes over the cross of the top into McPhillamy. Does he use the whole track? Yes, he does. Now over Skyline, breaks right at the last minute. He's found up plenty of time. He's 0.2 up. Lucas Keys has uncorked one here. Here we go. We could be on for a real Hollywood number. Down into the elbow. Can he nail this? Got to get that nose in and then get on the power as quickly as you can and unleash the big V8. He's lost a little bit of time there on the elbow. Stupid corner. But can he just keep his wits about him? There is a 58 here. I can smell it. I can feel it. It's coming.
Yeah, he lost a little bit of time through the chase last time, did Lucas Keys. So it'll be interesting to see if he can capitalise on a better run here. Going wide there through the kink, down late on the brakes again, super deep. It's insane how late he can brake into this turn.
Oh wow.
1.5 in that turn alone. Going to be crossing the line, looking here to beat Will Hammond. This is going to be really tight now. Makes up a little bit of time into Murray's, slides on his way out, but we know that can sometimes be faster than 159, 152. Great lap from Lucas Keys there to seal the deal on first position here at the mountain.
That's a lap. That, you'll find it hard to find something better than that. And if anyone can do it, though, I'll give you a clue. This man here on screen can do it. He was the one I was alluding to that almost did a 58 in the practice, and I know Stephen will kill me for mozzing him on that, but he put together a cracking lap. And the times up the top, you know, the gaps seem big, but the times that they're doing are just out of this world crazy. So it's good to see Godfrey, after that Pro-Am session, he's in the top 5 of the lap like that. That is a very impressive lap. Breno Ellis down there in car 7, another staple driver of OOR. Daniel Benefield, another, again, fast driver, not only in ACC, but in LMU and iRacing as well. So he's got the trifecta of pace. And Stephen Ty, look at the time he's gained there. That's ridiculous.
Goodness.
That's insane. Oh, he's going to give Keys a run for his money here. He wants to be last in that top 10 shootout. He wants to go and show them how it's done. That's a cracking run. Just lost that little bit of time running just that minuscule wide there on the exit there of Forrest Sub, and that can be all the difference on the straight. He's lost half a tenth, so he's probably about just a tenth and a half up now, so not quite with Keys, but certainly in front of Hammond only by 3/100ths. But we'll see what he's got here down at the chase. and through the final corners. 3 tenths up. This is going to be... Oh, hang on. This is going to be something impressive. Come on.
Here we go.
Hold
Here
up,
we
in a
go.
PTR, no less. Coming
Yeah.
in Murray's
58
forward,
territory.
breaking there at the 80-meter mark.
Yes. Come on,
Thing
Stephen.
picks up
Come
another
on.
10.
Stevie.
Incredible! 159 flat.
Oh, so close to a 58. What a lap from Stevie Ty.
That
Rockets of old,
is...
GTR.
Yeah, that's how you do it. That's a statement. That's... I'm impressed. That's amazing.
Like a Delcom commercial, though, he says, but wait, there's more. He's already
More,
0.07 up Mountain Straight. He's got to put not just another perfect lap, but the most perfect lap he can muster. He's a 10th up almost.
He slid round
Slides
turn
a little
2.
bit.
He
He's-
slid, yeah.
Yeah, it's no good. Needed
Put
to
the
be up
dimmer on it.
absolutely everywhere. We're watching you. We're sorry, Stevie Ty, but Lucas
Oh, hang
Keys
on,
there.
hang
He's
on.
already 0.16 up. He says, hang on, I've got a left hook to your right one. Coming up through the cutting is already
Oh, that was-
0.17 up. That's not a great exit, but he's working okay under the tree. That's your turning point. Dive in, smash this curve on the left. Use the entire track, millimetre perfect, as Hobbsy pointed out just before. The car 777 racing over the top of the mountain here. This is Bathurst at its finest. He says, come here, Stevie Ty, I've got you. Under the Channel 7 sign, down through Skyline, hitting the dipper now. Racing away, Stevie Ty pulled over on the left, just a spectator.
This is the last lap for Pro. I think this is one of the last laps, or they've got maybe a tiny bit more time up their sleeve. Just
Oh, I
looking
know,
at
the
the
old-
end of session. Oh, he's invalidated.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's welcome to more Kunos features. If you hit the wall on the exit of Forest Elbow just enough, you can invalidate. I didn't want to say anything, and I didn't think it would happen. But it's just one of those ones, you just hit it right. You hit any wall hard enough at Bathurst, you invalidate. And that's pretty obvious, I guess, but it's just that one. It's a little bit less lenient. You just hit it, and it's, yeah, unfortunately, you're invalid. And here is another solo entry. Jamie Conboy, 59.8. My OCD is really liking that time, an 8 flat. That's excellent. And I'm hoping that he improves on that, but I also wouldn't mind if he stayed there for my OCD purposes.
117 in the solo entry too here in the livery. That's well
yeah.
played. He's done a good job
It
there
is.
as JC. Up over Skyline. Yeah, a little bit behind, but makes
Ooh.
a lot of time through there. On the exit
Yeah.
into the dipper.
The run through
Just-
dip wasn't great, though.
Yeah, sitting just behind now, coming into Forest Elbow. What I've learnt is this is Hobbsy and Mullsy's least favourite corner.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
no
Stupid
good.
corner.
Garbage.
Stupid corner.
Rubbish. Yeah, he's done.
He's done.
He knows,
Done.
and that's it. So your top 10 there, you can see it's going to start off with Griffin in the number 31 car, followed by Breno Ellis in the 7 car, Jamie Conboy in the solo, what a punny team name that is, entry in the 117, Daniel Benefield, ever so reliable in his beloved Porsche, up in 7th there. Brock Godfrey, or Brad, as Slarty likes to refer to him.
I apologise.
In P6, and only just behind Luke Johnson, though fluky there in the 111 Rockets Evolved team. We've seen them many years now, and Admiral Name there, 124 Ferrari entry, followed closely ahead Will Hammond with Lucas Keys and Stephen Ty. What a lap. Those are some crack. I know those gaps seem big below Name, but that's just a whole nother level those top 4 are in at the moment.
Yeah, almost half a second, as Liam Hamilton points out there. Massive, massive gap, hey. But it just shows, yeah, the skill, talent, and class difference of the drivers. But in saying that, we've got a Pro Am team sitting in the top 10 at position number 6, no less. Godfrey holding that at the moment. Well done, Brocky in the Honda 342 entry. But we are not far off heading into our top 10 shootout here tonight, guys.
This is when it gets serious. This is when you're strapping, you sort of tense the elbows, you tense the arms, you just like crack the neck. Shootout, Bathurst, doesn't get any better. I don't care what anyone says. I am really looking forward to this because we're on a couple of things we're going to keep an eye on for. One, we're on 58 watch, 100%.
Yeah.
2, I'm really keen to see how Lukey Johnson goes. He's very quiet during that quali session. We didn't see him. We didn't talk about him much. But Rockets Evolve doing Rockets Evolve thing. They are always in the top 10. They've got 2 bullets in the gun as well. Godfrey, I just want to see what he's got in the shootout lap. Can he go quicker? That's a stunning time to get into a top 10 shootout. Anytime you can get into a shootout is a good day. And then the man we're looking on screen at the moment, JC, who is doing the solo run as well. Very keen to see how these solo guys sort of approach the shootout. They've got a 12-hour day ahead of them on Saturday. Do they go flat out balls to the wall, or they just get a lap in, just see if they can move their way up the grid, of course, because normally with a shootout, we're going to get a couple of botched laps. So very keen to see how that all plays out. But more than also, it's a shootout. So let's get into it. I'm keen. Let's go.
Yeah, we are going to wait 7 minutes now for that clock and session to tick.
Oh, wow.
I know, so...
Yeah.
Go grab a beer, come back, sit down, breathe a little bit. Remember that multi-class race from before? I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah.
So chill out. We'll see you back here in 6.5 minutes.
It is a race for time, what I'm doing here. Losing fuel as I reach the atmosphere. I wanna stare at the sun without a shroud. But if I burn my eyes, can I still be proud? This is not what I wanted. Back then when I started, I feeding on your souls. Don't give me a feeling of control. Wasted away in a hole. Growing up, I would rarely go out and play. I'd spend my time in my room where I dream away, building up an illusion of inner doubt. Not entirely sure what it's all about. Never able to gather why it really should matter. Feeding on your soul.
his best dramatic voice prepared. I'm sure he'll be ever so excited about this. But here we go for the first lap here. Justin Griffin down to the final corner. It's got to be a good exit. It's got to set the tone down into turn one. Get on the brakes nice and early. And here we go. Justin Griffin down towards turn one. Gets on the brakes nicely, as late as possible. That's a good apex. Not as much curb usage on the exit, but that is more than okay. Down mountain straight. Got a long, long way ahead. We'll start moving the car across to the left-hand side of the track in preparation for turn two. We'll brake just at the service road or just after there, as you'll see. And just after it is down third gear in the McLaren through. Good use of the curb on the inside there, following around in the cambered section nicely. Coming up to the cutting now. He's got to get this right for a good run, or else that's going to set the tone for the lap pretty early on. That's good use of the camber again there. Nice run. Not really too squirrely on the exit. No comms apparently, Glenn. It's good. Excellent. Let's continue. Coming through up towards McPhillamy. That's good use. Oh, that's nice and close to the curb there. And through McPhillamy. Oh, that's nice. Nice use of the curb. 7 new sign. Down the skyline into the dipper. Oh, good use. Nice and close to the wall there. Not so wide on the exit, but coming down to Forest Elbow. Doesn't want to engage the ABS and doesn't. Gets it nice and tight. Good exit. Doesn't want to hit the... Oh, that's nice. That's millimetre perfection there on the exit. That's a good run. See what the top end speed is here, up into 5th. This just looks like a very, very solid lap, and I'm looking forward to seeing what this brings out from a timing point of view. We, of course, do have another lap up our sleeve here for Griffin, so this is the banker, but this is looking like a very good banker lap indeed. And I'm looking forward to seeing how we go here. Good run. Under the Maguire's bridge, down to the final corner. Doesn't want to get this too wrong, because keep in mind, if you do make an error on the second lap, you've got to go based off your first one. And here we go. Let's see what the lap time is. Wow, that's a cracking banker. Now, he's just going to get on it. He did a 59 in qualifying, and he's got to do it again. Oh, that's a great turn one. That is absolutely magnificent. Almost a quote-unquote 59 on the Delta, if Kunos wasn't lying to us. Down the mountain straight again. Just gets the time to quickly make a cup of tea before you come down to turn 2. Again, braking after the service road. There it is. Third gear again. Nice and tight. Get on the power nice and early. And yes, he's on full throttle. Don't be concerned by the spectator bug there again. Thanks, Kunos. Down to cutting. 2.5 tenths up. Nice and wide. About as tight as he was before. That's a good run. Oh, this is a cracking lap. Almost 4 tenths up, but that's probably about 3.5 thanks to Kunos. Good use. Yep, touch the curb there. Absolutely perfect. Down towards Solomon Park on the grate. Coming out to McPhillamy. Oh, that's absolutely magnifique. Through McPhillamy. Let's see how much curb he is on the outside. Yep, absolutely all of it that he dare. Channel 7 new sign. Down Skyline. Absolutely perfect. Through towards the dipper. Oh, this is absolutely cracking time. Oh, nice and close to the wall. Down to Forest Elbow. This is where you can undo all of that magic over the top, and he's done it beautifully. Nice and tight. On the power, nice and early. Oh, nice and wide. Just a tad bit off there, but that won't harm it too much. This is half a second up. This is going to be a very impressive lap, boys, if you can put this together. This is excellent. This is going to be a statement to the other drivers to go, you've got 2 laps, and you have to use every single bit of them. This is absolutely amazing. Through the chase now. Hard on the brakes towards the 100 board. Gets it turned in nicely. Should be straight on the power and is good use. Oh, this is going to be almost 6 tenths up, but of course you'll get delted down to the final corner. Let's see what Griffin can pull out of. This is going to be the lap of his life. Oh my goodness. Almost 7 tenths up. It's going to be 6 tenths. That's a 59.532. That was amazing. That's
Ooh-wee. Cracking it out when it matters. How good for Justin. That's incredible as he shoots off into the off-road there. Mate, and the why not Macca. How good.
Yeah, and I'm going to hand over to one of you two for the next 2 laps, because that's a lot.
We're jumping in, mate. We've got Renault Ellis here in the Ferrari car that I personally love driving here at Bathurst. Drives so nicely, particularly through sectors 1 and 3. Tips in so well, is a little bit nervous, a little bit skatey, and sometimes a little bit death-defying over Skyline. as we see Breno Ellis here just commencing his lap now. Incredible driver, so well respected in amongst OOR, and I'm sure many sim racing circles. Always puts up an incredible amount of battles for us here. He just, like, some of the races that we've watched Breno put together recently, even the rainy one at Alton Park just last week, mate, just so good to watch. Such a pool of knowledge as well, and definitely gives that back to some of the academy drivers here at OOR that he sort of mentors through getting better and faster every single race. Coming up into the cutting, looking here at a good outlap using most of the track there. A little bit of a kiss in the curb on the inside. Sometimes that can unsettle the car. The Ferrari, I find, is particularly vulnerable there. Aston and other front-engine cars, not so much, but these mid-engines can be a little bit skatey. Coming up through McPhillamy now, over the very crest of the mountain as you come down under the 7 News sign. Watch here how late he brakes there, right on the way down through Skyline into the dipper. Full pedal here, full acceleration down through the Shannon's Shannon's insurance section rather, coming down into Forest Elbow now, hugging that wall on the left. Can't be too close to the one on the outside, as we have seen that can invalidate you. Down through Conrod. This is looking like a pretty tidy lap. Probably anywhere between, based on sort of what we've been seeing in the speed that he's gaining here, we're looking at anything between 2 minutes flat and 2 minutes 1 second. Going to see the top speed of the Ferrari here come to play, 287, 288, which is incredible for a car like this. Contending with the Lexus, no doubt. We're going to see on Saturday a lot of these Ferraris will be rivaling and looking for overtakes on other cars down Conrod Straight and even up Mountain Straight as well. The raw acceleration and top end of these Ferraris is incredible. We see the first lap. Never mind me. It's a 1:59.7. Incredible lap from Breno there as he heads up into Hell Corner. Scary corner. This sets up your entire lap, as Hobbsy said before. Mountain Straight. Here, your hands just trying to loosen up, get some blood back into the fingers, stretch the neck out, try and feel something again before you tense up as you go over the top of the mountain. Coming up now, have a break, have a dare ice break. Look at that, the signs on the left-hand side of the road there as he drives up. Ferrari using all of the track there. Really nice through Quarry Bend, already picking up some time. Every corner so far has gained just that little bit. A tenth, 100th, that's all we're chasing here. Hell, 1,000th is what we're looking for. Turning up right under that tree there into, Reed Park is the first one. Coming into Salmons before McPhillamy. Using just a little bit of curb there on the left-hand side of the track before squirting right. Almost millimetre perfect here. Coming over the top of the mountain under the 7 News sign. Will be later on the brakes, holding some acceleration. Braking hard, coming in there on the right-hander just before the dipper, flicks it left. He's half a second up. Breno is absolutely flying here at the mountain. Dropped a little bit of time through the dipper, but no bother. Comes into Forest Elbow, hugs it tight, floors it early, so early on the acceleration there. Looking for any time he can gain down Conrod, but it looks like he's pretty much flat. We're looking for the 287 km/h mark, 288 if we get lucky coming through the kink. Under the Pirelli sign, fastest corner in Australian motorsport here. Right-hander looking to brake at 125, hell 120 if you dare. Picks up a little bit of time under braking, doesn't outbrake himself. Real handled, little bit of dirt on the right, will sacrifice some time. Not so good from Breno here, but is still up. Will be braking late, looking for any time he can get that last little tiny bit through Murray's. Whoa, it's a 1:59.35. Just gypped there at the chase. Oh, mate.
Yeah, that's impressive. But now we're going to hand over to Shaw. It would be poetic if you didn't commentate, JC. So all you, my friend. Dave can't hear you, Shaw. Try again. Get the microphone walking, Shaw. Come on.
And of course we are back. I was just having a drink of Solo myself. Best soft drink in the world. We are with the one and only JC as he starts his first of his 2 flies and down into the one and only Hell Corner. I don't think this first lap will be over exciting to watch from JC. I reckon he'll wind himself up, get himself into the zone and then uncork one on the second lap. Hopefully, like our Bombers do this season, we start off crap and then we absolutely bring it home and make our way into the finals. One can dream. And it heads up into turn 2. Lovely in the Mustang. Look at that, just so planted. A V8 at the mountain, nothing beats it. This is what we're talking about. Now down into the cutting. Use that little bit of a wide entry and then sort of just floats it across the top of the corner. Sundrivers, yeah, there's very many different lines there. Now under the tree. This will give me an idea of just sort of where he's at. Slight little slide, so this is semi on it. Down into the grate, looks very comfortable. No wall strengths whatsoever. Then tips it over into McPhillamy. Looks very gripped up as well now. How brave over the top of Skyline. Didn't see much of a brake pedal there. Now carries the brake through the S's, down into the dipper, and on the power as quickly as possible. Down into the elbow. Really important. You've got to break this in a straight line. Tip the nose in, and then just wait for the rear to settle. Then you stand on it and unleash V8 muscle down the mountain. This is Mount Panorama. This is a shootout. JC is on a very quick opening lap, and we know there's more to come as he heads down now, of course, into the fastest corner of the Australian Motorsport. This will be flat the whole way. How deep do we go on the brakes? Let's stay on board. 285 kilometres an hour. Brakes it nice and straight. Is he back to second gear? Yes, he is. Short shift to third? No, keeps it in second gear. Revs the whole V8 in its extreme rev range. And then we're going to brake it again, nice and straight again. This is so important in the Mustang. It doesn't like to be really slid in on the turn. And JC comes across the line, and that is a very quick opener at 2:0.040. Now we strap in. You pull the belts a little bit tighter now. You have a bit of a neck crack, and now you really crack in. Turn one, not too bad. Lost a little bit of time there on the exit. Won't hurt him too much up Mountain Straight. Hopefully, though, you can break it a little bit deeper there on the turn two and gain that time back. Turn two, or Griffin's Bend, or Quarry Bend, or New South Wales Bend, whichever side your bread's buttered on. Can be such a tricky corner, and I feel like really important corner to set yourself up for the cutting. Again, use that wide line, bring the nose in. Now we're talking. That'll gain a couple of tenths there. There is that time back. Now up under the tree. This is flat the whole way now. Do you short shift to fourth? You keep it in third? You keep it in third. Of course you do. He's a solo man. This is what he does for a hard quenching thirst. You grab yourself a solo. Oh, we've got a... Oh, look out. Drone man is drunk. Cameraman's drunk. He's gone. But back live action now. Throw just at the right time as well as he throws it over the top of the mountain. Down in through the S's, through the dipper. Lost a little bit of time there on the exit of the dipper, which is unfortunate. Now it's got the elbow to go. Just got to get a nice clean exit. You can make up heaps of time if you nail the elbow. Lost again on the exit. The Mustang's so tricky to get its power down with the TC settings. A lot of these drivers are running. We're looking at JC, they're running TC2 and TC11 currently at the moment. Probably 280, 285 kilometres an hour. Then you're going to brake it again, nice and straight. And that was a lot deeper that time of the brakes. Took his brave pills there, cracked a solo and said, let's crack in. And JC now, he's pulled up 0.2 on his best time. Can he find a little bit more time in Murray's? The classic camera angle as well, as you see the bridge in the background. It makes up a little bit of time. It's going to be sub 2 minutes. It is a 1:59.9. Nice lap there from JC. Beautifully done, and I'm looking forward to seeing he goes in a race course doing it solo. Make sure you tune in because his live stream will be something worth watching as well. And we'll hand it back to the one and only Mitch Hobbs. Damiano here.
Don't recall it being Damiano. I could be wrong.
No, it's Godfrey.
This isn't Godfrey. In a Honda. What are you doing, Slarty? Jeez.
Hang on. What are you seeing? In the Porsche. Benefield. We've got
Benefield, thank you. I was trying to work it out.
Too far down my list.
Porsche.
Professional commentary team here, ladies.
We are. This is going to be a very interesting one. Benefield, very fast driver and the only Porsche in the top 10. Down to turn one, down in second gear. This car not only looks magnificent, but it sounds amazing too. Down Mountain Straight, it's not too crash hot on the top end speed. So he's really going to have to make up for it over the top. Now, being the first up, I know the Porsche, and I reckon he's going to just put that banker in as most drivers would do, but I reckon he might just keep, a little bit in reserve at the moment. You see he's not following the curve around as much as you've probably seen some of the other drivers doing so. Tyres might not quite be in it yet. Down to the cutting. It's a good line there. Just a tad wide of the wall, but that's okay. You don't have to follow it all the way around if you don't want to. Flat over. Oh, a little bit of a lift there. He hasn't got full confidence in the car yet. That's okay. That's what lap 1 is for. The tyres just need to get in that little window, and then you absolutely hammer it for lap 2 down through McPhillamy. Good use of the curb there. You don't want to get too unsettled on that curbing, which unfortunately... Oh, speaking of getting unsettled. Oh, clipped the wall. Well, he's almost clipped the wall. He's clipped the ABS, I reckon, there too, and it's just gone off. So that's a little worrying there for Benefield, given how that's driving at the moment, if that is how he may end up on that second lap. So, gentlemen, we're presented with an interesting conundrum here. He's got 1 lap to put in a valid lap. At a minimum, he's starting 9th, 10th if someone else invalidates, makes a mistake. But you always want to put in a valid lap, especially if others make that mistake. It's going to be hard. And looks like Thurks has said that the livery didn't make it. Well, that's okay. We'll get the livery sorted for the race. That's no issues at all. So, 1 lap. 1 valid lap for Benefield. What's he going to put together for us here? Final corner. 1 lap. Game on. Down towards turn 1. It's going to shift up. 4th. Down to 2nd. Late on the brakes as you can, especially in the Porsche. That's possible. Good use. Oh, a little bit slidey there on the exit there on the curb, but he's held this together nicely. Did ignore that delta up in the top left. That's absolute garbage. Down Mountain Straight. Moving the car across the left, getting ready for the run through turn 2. Whatever name you call it. Call it whatever you wish. Down into 3rd. Yeah, all of the bends. Quarry Bend, New South Wales corner, whatever it's called. I don't mind what you call it. As long as you get through it, that's all that matters. Up to the cutting. Let's have a look. Oh, that's nice. Bit tighter to the wall this time. That has looked like a really good run there too. Map 8 in the Porsche, the fastest map, of course. He just did a small lift through there. He didn't have full faith in the car again, so maybe it hasn't quite switched on how he'd hoped. Flat through here, though. 5th gear. Oh, as close to the wall as you like. That's a millimetre perfect. Through McPhillamy. Good use of the curb uses, probably almost as much as I would dare use. Under the Channel 7 news sign, close to the wall, hard on the brakes. Nice and close. Maybe a little bit wide there on the exit coming up towards the dipper, but that's a nice run. Right up against the wall, coming towards Forest Highway. This is where you engage the ABS again. Oh, and he has done. You can just see the car sliding under brakes there, but I think he's pulled it up. That's a nice exit. Not as close to the wall as the others, but that's not necessarily relevant in some cases. Down the straight. Looking at the time, this is a cracking time so far. I think he's certainly going to put his money where his mouth is. Down Conrod, going to come through the chase. Let's see what the top speed of the Porsche is. See, get you a rough idea of how much wing they're running. Yeah, lower wing than I would have thought. 286, that's a very good top-end speed, and that's absolutely a bit of touch of the dirt there. We saw Breno use that before in his lap, and it didn't turn out too well for him. Down to the final corner. This is everything for Benefield. He wants to get that valid lap, and he's going to do it, but how fast is that valid lap going to be? We're going to find out now. It's going to be just outside the 2. Flat 32, almost in the 59s. That's a cracking lap, given that he's had his confidence shaken on that first lap. It's back over to you with your mate Brad. Oh, I mean Brock. Slightly.
Rocky Brad here, coming up, my man, in the Honda Pro Am in the top 10. This is insane. We're seeing Rob Underwood's name. He is driver 1 on the day, but we know that we've got Brock Godfrey in the car, getting ready to go. And I just want to say, as we're going through Main Straight, ladies and gentlemen out there, your only ever goal in life should be to find someone as passionate as Hobbsy is about how much he hates the Delta in ACC. My word, if you can find someone that believes in anything that much.
Specifically at Bathurst. Specifically at
Bathurst. Is Hobbsy whispering in my ears. We've got Godfrey now surging up Mountain Straight in the Honda. We've only got 1 of these in the field this year. I think we had 2 last year, actually, as we had Brad Cook. We know this car is capable of a 158 as he sends it up through a little bit of a wiggle there, exiting the Quarry Bend, but manages to keep it under control. The Honda likes a little bit of wiggle. It likes flirting with danger. It likes to stay just that little bit on the edge, teetering on a knife's edge as well. Weird hill till we die on. Weird hill to die on, Hobbsy, says Liam Hamilton. Getting very close to the inside wall there at Reed Park, but coming through now into Salmons. Up through over the crest into McPhillamy. Such a scary fast left-hander, 225 kilometers under the Channel 7 sign now, looking for that apex, finding it, hugging the right Coates higher wall there into the dipper. Look at that, lovely advertising on all of the walls here. Bathurst is littered with signs. It's so iconic, so memorable, even when they change. But coming into the Bentley elbow, look at him go, surging down the main straight there. We're going to get an interesting time here. It looks like it's relatively quick here from Godfrey. We know he's capable of a 1:59.5. Can he improve on that? I dare say he can. Don't talk about how many times that Honda ended up in the wall last year. You just don't, do we, Liam? But absolutely, it's incredible work here from Godfrey. I love that they've taken this car and brought it back to life for this last ACC Bathurst Enduro here with OOR. But coming now down out of the chase into Murray's corner. The corner that kind of sets up your lap. You can run a little bit deep, a little bit wide just to try and get that run, but he's going to get all time 2 minutes, .257 here. Pretty respectable banker. It's very safe. I'll tell you what, I'd love to have that one just sitting in the back pocket as we surge up. Already finding 500ths up the first little corner there of Hell Corner. Hell Corner called so much because, well, you know, your lap goes to hell if you don't get it right, you know? So we're coming up here, mountain straight, hugging the left side of the track, looking for all of the room we can possibly get, headed up into Quarry Bend. You only use the first part of that curbing on the right-hand side. Stuff the rest of it, you're looking for the outside now. Multiple lines up into the cutting. Godfrey chooses a bit of a wide line, tucking in late apex, using a little bit of that wall on the right-hand side, just to skirt his way around. Left-hand side, under the tree, BP Ultimate sign. We're on 48 seconds under that sign. This is a pretty good lap. Looking so far to be on track for a 1:59, but let's pay attention here as we come into McPhillamy. Fast left-hander. Not using all of the curbing on the right-hand side, very locked in. Little bit of a lift coming down. Massive hit on the brakes here late. Hugging that Coates higher turn. Spare box on the left, through the dipper. Down now into Forest Elbow. He's half a second up, ladies and gentlemen. Looking to hug this turn right, get all of the acceleration. Already full noise at the apex of Forest Elbow. Shooting down Conrod straight now is Brad Godfrey, but we get to have a break. Check out the Volkswagen Amarok V6, bit of advertising. I wonder if anyone's bought one because of that, but it doesn't matter because we're headed now into the kink under the Pirelli sign. Thanks for making bloody good tires, but we're here. Brad Godfrey using all of the left track to squirt it right through the kink into the chase now. Brakes late, 125 meters. You can do that in the Honda. Using a little bit of curbing on the left, no dirt. Wow, he's sitting here 0.64 up. This is looking to be a pretty good lap. It's going to squirt him up a couple of positions down through Murray's. Pretty good. Bathurst Delta, we could get a little bit of it. 1:59.6 puts him in third position. Incredible lap there from Brock Godfrey. Just Honda Tings. Well done, mate. Bloody pat yourself on the back. Huge. 0.085 behind the lead.
That's excellent. Over to you, Sean. You get fluky.
Here we go. The one and only Lukey Johnson, Rockets Evolved, the 111 GTR is old as a pair of nice comfy boots that you've been keeping around your black closet for 10 years. I'm really keen to see this lap, really keen. I love watching Luke Johnson drive. He's just, one of my favourite people in OOR, and seeing him in a top 10 shootout is always a sight to behold. In the GTR, of course. It's the only time I'll probably give the GTR love is when Lukey Johnson's behind the wheel. But we're just coming to walk into this one. I just feel like this lap, you just want to get a banker, and we've been talking about the banker earlier all night. It is really important to get that early banker and just build confidence as well. I've always said that the mountain, you don't just go out there and drive like you're Peter Brock. You know, you got to really build into your pace at the mountain, get confidence with it. Work out where your braking markers are. Work out where you can make a little bit of time as he heads into turn 2 now. Very nice entry. Lovely on the exit as well. Now starting to get that Nissan V6 to sing. And then kind of break it nice and straight into the cutting. Oh, look at that. Perfect. A little bit of histronics there in the back end of the cutting, but now keeps it nice and smooth up under the tree. Beautiful. Not plenty of road left as well, so there's at least a 10th. Beautiful through. Very great. Stop at McPhillamy Park. Through there, looking very good. Now down over Skyline and down into the S's. Just down too aggressive with the brake. Very important to just modulate your brake, modulate your throttle. Don't excite the car too much, especially on this opening lap. You want to keep some goodness really for that second flying lap, and now he unleashes down Conrod Straight. Take a bit of a breather, take a bit of a break, really start to think about now your second lap as well. You start to think about in your mind, okay, where can I make time up at sector 1, up at sector 2. Now down in this is always just a great ride. I just love listening to this. Super deep, past the 150 board, tips it in third gear, of course. The GTR renowned for its very weird gearing. Slides it in third gear, bangs it up into fourth. You can hear the engine absolutely working its butt off. Now through Murray's, nice through Murray's as well. That was a clean lap, 2-minute point 1. There we go, 2.1. That's what we're working with. Steve, you'll see that number now pop up on the dash. Lukey Johnson will. 0.1 up. He lost a little bit there on the exit of Hell Corner. He's going to see that just to start to bleed down. Now he heads up Mountain Straight over under the Audi sign. How that still got a sign there, I don't know. Down into turn 2. Very late turning as well, and just keeps the boot in it. That's what we're talking about there from Luke Johnson. Now we're starting to see him flex his skill and muscle. Nice through the cutting as well. Does he get the exit right? Oh, I just see it slip a little bit. That'll be flat under the tree. Such a great ride through here. Down into the great pass all the drunks. Give him a wave. And this is proper Bathurst country now. Yahoo's on the fence to be cheering like you wouldn't believe. Now over Skyline. Hopefully he doesn't make 7 years. Oh, beautiful. That was a lovely entry over the top. And now down into the dipper. Really aggressive on the turn in the dipper and nails the exit as well. There's a bit of time. Are we going to go sub 2 minutes? Hopefully we can. We've just seen nothing but sub 2 minutes is what we want. 0.2 up now, down Conrod Straight. Shouldn't lose too much down Conrod. The exit wasn't too bad. Maybe not his absolute best here from Luke Johnson. Probably got a little bit left in the tank. And this is where now you think about, where do I brake? What do I do? How deep do I go? How straight do I keep it? When do I turn in? All these things you're computing at absolute seconds, milliseconds. Caught a lot of curb there on the entry, and that's going to compromise his exit, unfortunate. And he'll know that. He'll see that on the dash, so I reckon he'll just get a little bit of knowledge here at Murray's Corner. It's always good to come into Murray's and just know where your braking marker is, especially on a hot lap. And that will be a 2-minute 0.85 there from Luke Johnson. Solid on the timesheets. Currently 6 at the moment. Long day Saturday.
Yes, yeah,
great
it
effort.
is. It is a long one. Now we're coming to the point 10, lads. This is it. This is the top 4. We've got Admiral Name in the 124 Ferrari. I'm so excited to see what he's capable of here. He's got a banker lap to put in. Got an idea of what his banker lap might be, but I'm looking forward to seeing down. Turn 1, really late on the brakes, thanks to the Ferrari's engine braking masterclass design.
Oh,
And just nicely on the curb and the exit there. Down Mountain Straight. Nothing too crazy so far. Ferrari, as I said, is one of the better cars, if not, I think it's top 2 or top 3 cars in Sector 1 alone. Just because you get a really nice exit, can be so late on the brakes and just carry all the speed through here. A little bit wider there. Just preparing himself for the next fast lap. I'm very much looking forward to seeing that. Up to the cutting. Nice and close to the wall. That's a good exit there. Coming up over the top. Oh, really nice and close to the wall there too. Really testing the full limits of where he can go. Coming down to the grate. Nice and close to the wall, and he is. Suspension doing its thing there. Close to the wall there again. Up to McPhillamy. Probably use a little bit of curb on the outside. Yeah, not too much in the Ferrari because it doesn't like that curb at times. Under the Channel 7 news sign. And a tad bit deep there, but pulls it up nicely for the dipper. Coming out towards the Shannon Insurance walls, or as Matt calls it, that's Shannon's oil, motor oil. Don't know where you got that from. Yes, and down Conrod Straights. Look, a very tidy lap so far, and quite a fast one as well. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing what he can pull out here. Up into 6th gear, Ferrari will make its way up to 286, 87k an hour. There you go. 88, 89, 290 popped up there for a second. That's amazing. They are running very low wing there. I know it's low fuel, but that is insane. 290. I knew it was capable of close, but not that much. That's insane. Down to the final corner, around the 75-metre mark, really late, using the engine braking of the Ferrari. That's a good exit. I think it's going to be... Oh, yeah, that's ridiculous. That's insane. As a banker lap and 8 milliseconds off pole, Admiral Name has got a statement to make here. That's not actually the greatest exit of turn one. That's not a great mood setter. Especially that flashing Delta. God, that really annoys me. But he's got Mountain Straight ahead of him. Let's have a look and see what he can do. Around at turn 2, he'll break way after the service road, and he does almost at the 50 board. That's insane. Again, wide of the curbing there. Interesting tactic, different to the lines that I'd take, but what do I know? I'm not doing the shootout, and I don't have the pace for it at the moment. Through the cutting, oh, that's deep. He's deep there. That's going to compromise him over the top. That is not what you like to see. That hurts my soul. Can he recover 2/10 plus more to get pole? It's not out of the question. It's just very difficult. Very difficult. Let's see what he can pull out. Anyway, we'll continue because he's going to continue on. I know Name's a fighter, and gosh, he's got the pace to do it. There you go. There's a 10th back. He just needs another 10th and a half, maybe a little bit more now. Let's see, down Forest Elbow. That's good. That's excellent. Nice run. Hard on the accelerator as early as he can be at the apex. Didn't quite get the exit he was looking for. He's still 2/10 down. It's probably 2.5 tenths. So that is not what Name was looking for, and it's going to be a really hard one. With that in the top 4, being within a 10th at this point in time, with 3 cars left once Name crossed the line, that is very impressive. That's very impressive. Down through the chase, hard on the brakes. That's a good run. He found a 10th coming up to the apex, but couldn't quite get it on the exit. Still holds nicely. Let's see what he can do with the final corner. It just shows how much time he had. He would have been on pole. Provisional pole, I should say, at this point. And yeah, there was the time. He just can't get it done. A 59.76. That is tough for Name. I feel his pain there. Just that, even the 8 milliseconds could have been all the difference at the final corner on that first lap. And that could mean everything. Over to you again, Mr. Madden, on board with Will Hammond.
G'day, another Ferrari here. Will we see that elusive 290? We were talking smack about the Lexus before, but that's just incredible. So the Ferrari here, I don't think I've ever seen one go 290, but hey, I'll keep an eye out for it this Saturday, kicking off at 10 a.m. It will be Sydney, Canberra, and Melbourne time. 9 a.m. if you're from Queensland, and really bloody early if you're from WA, and really bloody late if you're from New Zealand. But we are screaming up here now, Mountain Straight. We've got Will Hammond. We know he's capable of greatness. We saw an incredible lap from him before, mid 159s with ease. So let's see what he can produce here. Look at how much more of the track he uses there. We've also just heard from Liam Hamilton letting us know that Name's PC was stuttering. We're hearing this just in such a shame. But you know, it's them's the breaks in sim racing. Sometimes your kit fails you. So 290 k's an hour though. That's what we're looking for in the Ferrari as we come up through all of the park section there. Wave to the drunks, as Mulsey said before. Gave me a bit of a good giggle down here through Skyline. Coming hard into the dipper now. Such a it's such a difficult section of track to navigate. You want to be close to every wall, but too close and you're gone skis. Coming down into everyone's favourite corner, the good old Forest Elbow. Really hard to get right. I actually think it feels really good when you get it right, but hey, some people still hate it anyway. Coming under the Amarok V6 sign, you're going a little bit faster than what an Amarok could down here. 260 coming up the crest into the kink. Let's see what kind of speed Will can produce here. We're already at 280 and we're coming right into the kink now. 287, 28, well, we got 288, maybe a flash of 289. Coming around on the right exit of the chase. Down into Murray's, past the hotel, wave to the more civilized guests that aren't spending their time at the top of the mountain. Down in here, use just enough of the curve. That's really well taken, and that's a great banker lap for Will Hammond of a 159.437. already on provisional pole with only 2 drivers to go after this as well. Coming up Mountain Straight, and he's already 500ths up. Incredible. Let's see what we can get here. There should be some time that he can make up based on what we were seeing a little bit earlier, particularly on the way up the mountain. I think there's a little bit of spare change that we can actually try and find there. So as we go up through the quarry, yep, there's a little bit of time. 10th here, 10th there. Let's see what we can find. We are on 158 watch. Grab your binoculars and see if you can spot it before we do. Coming up through the cutting now, uses all of the track there. That is absolutely excellent. Millimeters of perfection there. Left under the tree, then right up through into the first of the parks. Now up into Salmons Park. Over the top. Into McPhillamy. Here we go. Full noise on the left. Not even a lift in sight. He's 0.21 up under the Channel 7 sign. Brakes so late as he goes around the Coates Higher into the dipper. He's 0.35 up. Can you believe what you're seeing? Dropping a little bit of time through the dipper, but that's okay. Coming down into Forest Elbow now. All focused on how well he takes this. He's fast through there, my goodness, but doesn't manage to square off the exit. Drops a little bit of time, but we do have a bit up our sleeve here. We are looking for a 159.2. Anything in that range should secure him a spot in the top 3 easily. It's guaranteed at this point. He's already on provisional pole. So if he comes right through the kink, we're looking 288, 289, just a flash of it. Down through the chase. Such a cool corner when you get it right. He's found some dirt, but he's managed to keep the delta up. Unbelievable. He's 0.3 up. He's going to drop just a little bit. He's losing all of the speed he picked up into Murray's. Possibly a little bit of time here. Uses a bit more of the exit than he did on the first lap. Just manages to grab a 159.187. That's
amazing. There was a 58 on that delta too. That's very impressive. Over to you, Sean.
Not bloody bad for a 16-year-old, hey?
Yeah.
Unbelievable that. From there, from Will Hammond, that was beautiful to watch and beautifully called by our man Matt Madden. That was unbelievable. Mark, John.
Mark is my dad, actually. So you've
there you go.
got it there.
Oh, there you go. I'm probably your dad's age. Anyway, moving on. Here is the one and only. I'm pretty sure this is Lucas Keys behind the wheel of the 7777 Mustang as he heads up Mountain Straight now. 2 laps to show us what he's got. A big fan of Lucas Keys. I've said it many a times in sprint races. I love the way he races. When he really gets the eyes on, he is one of the quickest going around. As he heads in now, turn 2, let's see that beautiful wide entry style that he has. And then he'll absolutely punch it there out of 2nd gear. 3rd gear, he'll keep it in 3rd as long as he can. Doesn't shift up to 4th. Then nice and late on the brakes, gets a nose in, squares off the corner beautifully. Now up towards under the tree. Let's have a look at his line. Is he more that sort of classic line here? Oh, look at that, right up against the wall, inch perfect. That's centimetre perfect, as Dennis would say. Now up through McPhillamy and down in towards McPhillamy, up McPhillamy, all the way over McPhillamy, because this is going to be a stonking backing lap. This looks very fast. Now down through Skyline into the S's. Does he dab a little bit of a break there into the dipper? Just turns the nose in and it hooks up straight away. The Mustang is on point at the moment. Now down the elbow, this is where it can all go wrong. We've seen it many a time. Gets a beautiful exit, doesn't do a Dick Johnson, and now flies it down Conrod Straight, and we can listen to that big Coyote V8 sing. What a noise. 260 kilometres an hour. We'll probably see 270, 275. I'm being pessimistic, of course. We're going to see 285, no dramas. Nice and late on the brakes, nice straight line. Then you're going to, again, clip that apex. Inch perfect there from Mr. Keys. He's on here. Just looks fired up. Always saves his best for a shootout. Again, nice and straight. Clips the apex again, and Murray's his apex clipping on point for an opening lap, and straight into 2nd position with a 159.2. Here we go. 58 watch is on. The kid is on. Beautiful for turn 1. Does he gain on the? He does a little bit. Oh, it's going to bleed all the way up Mountain Straight though, but it's going to be very close. Now he's going to have a really big think here because he knows he can make up a lot of time at turn 2. It's one of those corners you can brake super deep, and if you get it gripped up, it will hold. Back to 2nd gear, use all the revs of that Coyote V8. 3rd gear now, We'll keep it in third. Absolutely use the rev range. Nice and late on the brakes. Again, nose into the cutting. The split's looking very good here. Up towards under the tree. Nice and flat. This will be no lifting here at all. It's just all about steering precision. Lost a little bit of time there, a little bit on the slide as we jump on sideways now. This is a terrifying ride up through McPhillamy. Inch perfect on the apex. Uses the whole road. Scott McLaughlin line. Now down through the S's. Super brave through here. Just clips us through the dipper. The split's starting to line up now. We are very close to 58 territory here. Got the elbow to go. Can he absolutely nail this exit? He does. Slides a little bit on the exit. That's going to bleed time. Now he's going to have to really be very brave and think about his entry into the chase complex. He's just so close there on the exit there of the elbow. It is an absolute sector killer. I hate the bloody thing. Now, fastest corner, Australian Motorsport, 285. Hard on the brakes into the chase complex. Nice and straight. He's going to look at that, super brave. This is what Lucas does. He's trying to find every inch of road here, every inch of time. He's only got Morris to go down onto the bridge. Can he just get this exit just right? It's going to be so close to a 58. Is it going to go to the poles? Well, it does at the 59-1. What a lap from Lucas. Clutch. Brilliant stuff.
Wow.
Oh,
What a
wow.
lap.
That's
Unbelievable lap.
Only one to go. Stevie Ty. And we've got the man, Mitchell Hobbs, talking us through the Nissan. Hobbsy, take it away.
Yeah, Stevie's going to despise this because I've known Sam for a very long time and he won't want to know that I'm commentating his lap. He'll find that out afterwards. Bank a lap for Stevie. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got here. He's a very talented young man, is Ty. I remember he came into OR. We all had our eyes on him when he came through and he's proving the point here in the Calsonic Nissan. The 112 and a solo entry for 12 hours. This is going to be something special if he can put this together. Down Mountain Straight. The Nissan's always had strong straight line. Going to be braking it around that service road. Good use of the curbing and the camber. Nice and tight there compared to some of the other drivers. Going to come up to the cutting now. This is going to be something to behold, I hope. Up to the cutting. Oh, that's absolutely magnifique through there. Second gear up into third. The GDR with his really weird gearing. Coming through Reed Park, up to Solomon Park on the Great. Down he comes. Nissan absolutely planted through there. Over McPhillamy, little lift there. Then he's full power again. All of the curb on the exit there. That's amazing. Down through the Channel 7 News sign. Oh, that's deep. Oh, he's sliding, but he's a controlled slide just by sheer skill and luck there with the Nissan down to Forest Elbow. And this is only lap one. This is a very special lap for lap one, if anything. That's almost Lucas Keys-esque at the moment. This is going to be something very special. Down Conrod Straight. That Nissan's going to hit some cracking speeds here. Going to be up in the 280s. Not going to be quite Ferrari 290, I'd think, but it's not far off. I reckon probably about 286 if I put my money on it. And there it is. Just popped up for half a second there. Coming through. Oh, that's a beautiful run through there. Trying not to hit the dirt like the others have and lost time down to Murray's Corner for a banker lap. Yeah, this is a mid to low 59. This is going to be on. Oh my God, and it's on. I cannot believe this. One lap to take it. He needs probably 2.5 tenths on the Delta to guarantee this. That's a bit of a rough start at turn one. He slid a little bit on the curb. He's probably going to be matching Delta coming down to turn two, so he's going to have to make this turn two really count. He'll shift up into sixth. Braking just near the 50, and he does. Third gear in the Nissan. Absolutely perfect. Full throttle midway through the corner. Absolutely magnificent exit. He's matching Delta at this point in time. Through the cutting. Absolutely heaves it in on the steering rack. That's a great run. He's matching at the moment. That's all he needs to do. And just find that little bit of time over the top. Oh, that's very close to the wall that the camera clipped. That's very, very committed there. And that's a great run through Reed Park the Great up to McPhillamy. He was flying through here on the last lap. and he is flying through again. Channel 7 News sign once again for the last time in this top 10 shootout. Oh, nice and tight again. He's not sliding. He's up a 10th. This is going to be close. Shannon's Insurance walls down to Forest Elbow, the Bentley signs. A little bit wider approach, and I like that approach because you can really get the exit touch of the wall there. Touch of the wall.
Come on,
He's going to have to nail this. He might have this, but it's going to be very close. He could get ACC delta here, which scares me for him. Down Conrod Straight. This is it. It's 3 corners left, and he needs probably a 10th on the delta or more up from where he is now. Late on the... He has to commit to this. He's already 30. May as well go for this. And he does. That's deep, but he's pulled it up. It's going to be so close. 1 corner left, just under a 10th and a half up. He's losing a little bit. He's going to have to nail this final corner. This has to be it. It has to be perfect. And it is. Is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough?
Is it?
No!
Oh. Wow.
That. Holy
That
moly.
was so close. So close.
That is amazing.
Oh,
That's unreal.
great
Wow.
work walking us through that one, Hopsy. And that's your top 10. That is
Yep.
your top 10 for the Octane Online Racing Bathurst Simrigs.com 12-hour endurance race coming this Saturday, the 31st of January 2026, possibly the last Bathurst ACC Enduro. We're here, we're celebrating. These two boys have been racing for years now together. The kid, Will Hammond, still a kid, 16 years old, and in 3rd place. We've also got behind them the flashing Ferrari there of Breno Ellis. Almost did you Bruno Ellis, but it's Breno Ellis.
Call him
up behind.
Bruno. That'll annoy him, yes.
Yeah. We got an amazing top 3. We got Keys, Ty, and Will Hammond. As these 3 do their victory lap. They've all left the server, so we can't see the list. It was an amazing lap, and I think if I can just jump forward and offer a driver of the night, for me, it's absolutely Justin Griffin. What an amazing lap there. I think he ended up in P4 or P5.
Yep.
Incredible. P4. Like, to go out there and be the first driver around the track and stick it on for a 159 low. That's incredible, incredible work. Thanks so much, Hobbsy, for jumping in. Mul's, been an absolute pleasure commentating with you tonight. Thanks, Glenn, on the cameras. To the stewards, everyone that makes this happen, the race directors, everyone that's going to lend weight to this Saturday coming. We can't wait. We're really looking forward to it. This is as good as racing gets. Any final thoughts or words from you boys?
Wow. Just trying to process that qualifying session. Absolutely unbelievable qualifying session. But congratulations does go to Lucas Keys, who did snag the pole position. Great stuff. It's always prestigious to get pole for the Simrigs.com Bathurst 12-hour, brought to you by OOR. And yeah, look forward to 10 a.m. of course on Saturday. Make sure you're stocked up for the day. Get all your prep ordered, all your drinks, snacks, all that stuff, as these units now just completely lose control and shenanigans are inbound. And yeah, just looking forward to a good day on Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun, and look forward to a good result, especially all of us driving. So good luck, especially to you two, as I like to say, hire a gun driver team. Nice work for cheating the system there. But yeah, hopefully everyone has a good run. Hope you all have a great day, and yeah, bring on Saturday. And of course, a massive thank you to everyone, behind the scenes that is going to make Saturday happen. It doesn't help with all our fabulous volunteers. You guys are amazing, and bring it on. And you can have the final say. And other than that, good night. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you on Saturday. And as always, you've been watching OOR.